Good morning, everybody. We are here into the Murky Cup. There we go. Into the Murky Cup playoffs. We're in the the lower bracket quarterfinals. And on your left-hand side, you are going to be seeing the RefueledRaccoons. And on the right side, it will be RossPierrDoll. This is going to be a best-of-5 series. And our Twitch prediction has begun. So we got a best-of-5 series coming at you. This will be Alterac Pass, so forget what has got to be happy somewhere. Sky Temple will be banned away by RossPierrDoll. Curse Hollow banned away by the members of RefueledRaccoons. Now, as a reminder, also first pick over to the side of RossPierrDoll, as they did win the coin flip. There are no predetermined first maps. That was voted on by the captains, and it looks like the players were not really fond of having the first map pre-chosen, because it basically meant if you win the coin flip, all you get is first pick. And also, I think a lot of the players were not too keen on playing on Black Hearts or Haunted Mines or Warhead Junction. So, unfortunately, we will not see them, but it's Meta Madness style of draft, so the 10 heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in the series. No tournament baseline bans. The bans at the top of the screen don't carry over, so map 2, 3, 4, or 5, we could see Chromie Sylvanas, but once they get picked and played, they're unavailable. Now, a new Breck is something to consider here, as he does have great priority around the objective to solo it, spawning beetles, and then channeling objective. You also have some shenanigans with Nazebo. Usually Nazebo comes out in maps like 3 and 4, but we'll see. I mean, it's Alterac. There's a lot of good siege potential. Bounties are a thing. Nazebo's not a bounty, but either way, it still is some really cool tech with that, where you can place the zombie wall around yourself, and then you can channel the objective while the zombies basically bat away the jailers. Johanna will be that final ban. Maev to be removed as well. Blaze, of course, is your first pick. Who is surprised by that? I'm not. That's another Blaze first pick. But will we see an early, like, Anduin or anything like that? Will we see that early Anubarak as well? A lot of really good direction and options that can be picked up here for the members of RefueledRaccoons. They're going to go for Junkrat, which will delay out the objective pretty well. And Hogger as well. Okay. Junkrat, Hogger. So Hogger's phenomenal around the camp. You can basically bounce around and get that on your own fairly quickly. Junkrat delays out the objective. You also have things like infinite nades at level 16 or endless nades, which is a good way for you to get persistent delay around the objective. That's a little bit better. There we go. See clearly now. Lucio, Hanzo. Okay. Redemption. So you have mobility with Lucio. You got poke with Hanzo. Blaze has poke as well. Dripper Potion is a nice form of setup CC, and then you have follow up on that with what? A new Brack is not a bad idea. Garrosh can be a consideration. Diablo fits in with this as well. I think it's going to be a main tank ban here. Just whittle down that pool a little bit more. Get rid of the Garrosh. Dragon's Arrow with Warlord's Challenge or Apocalypse is pretty good. Junkrat Hogger. Anubarak fits in with this. Muradin is not too bad either. I think it's going to be a healer ban, realistically. I think they're going to get rid of something like Anduin or something. Anduin would not be bad. I mean, Hogger, Hortapult, and stuff. No, they're going to get rid of Genji. Okay, they're fine with the Anduin, would rather not deal with Genji. All right. Another thing to consider here for poker on the objective is Mephisto. This is not a bad map for him. Infernal Shrines is up and available in the pool as well, only Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple being banned away. Infernal Shrines is a fairly good map for that Mephisto as well, but we'll see what we get here. It is going to be the Diablo, and we'll have Brightwing as well. Okay. Shadow Charge, Overpower, Polymorph, good combo with that. Burst is decent. I would like a little bit more sustained damage for RefueledRaccoons. Tracer, Tychus, Raynor, Lunara, just some sort of auto attack sustained damage dealer I feel like would be really good. Lunara would actually not be too bad with this. Gives you good sustained damage. You have poke as well around the objective. Vision able to be produced from Sentinel Wisp level 1.
Let's ready for
So Muradin slots in on the right side. I don't hate this at all. Good Stormbolt to follow up the Blaze or even set up the Blaze. Falstad sustained damage is pretty decent. I'm assuming it's going to be auto-build Falstad. Probably Secret Weapon and stuff like that. But either way, last pick will be a Zeratul. And that's some good sustained damage with a handful of burst. Well, either way, the Twitch prediction is going. Get your gambles in, and let's hop into our first map of our first best of 5 of the day. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. And thanks for watching content on my channel. Let's get into it. Whee! Alrighty, everybody. We are here, ready to roll into map number 1 of this best of 5 series. We got Disciple on the left side for RefueledRaccoons. Look at all those mount synergies! Oh my god, I'm so proud of all of you. Gav will be playing your Junkrat, Ubi on the Zeratul, Birchu playing that Diablo, Disciple is your Junkrat, and you've got a Scorch Brightwing. Right side of the map will be your RossPierrDoll, looking at Sesbros on the Falstad. Aether will be on your Blaze. You got Mac playing Muradin, Bronek, Hanzo, and Barlow are on the Lucio. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Nicely done. Little staggering blow connects onto the Muradin. A couple autos from Lucio as well. Falstad is going to be going to that auto attack build with frequent flyer level 1. You have the Celerando, Lucio, target practice with the Hanzo, looking for a little extra range and a little extra damage as well. Adrenaline Stimpak for the Blaze, and Muradin with the Dwarf block as Disciple's getting chased. The phase shift from Brightwing will connect onto the Hogger in time. Good jet propulsion, and Birchu goes down. First blood over to the side of RossPierrDoll. You do have a on-the-prowl Hogger. Looking at your Mind Hunter for the Zeratul. Devil's Due for the level 1 on Diablo. Extra wound timers on the Junkrat, and your Hypershift Brightwing. And I mean, realistically, like, what spell power are you super afraid of with Diablo? There is some spell damage, but this is a very auto-attack heavy composition on the side of RossPierrDoll. Brightwing will grab camp with the help of Junkrat. Hogger's still stuck in top lane up against this Falstad, who has had decent sustained damage onto the fort front gate. How old is Bandit? A little over 11. He was born in May of 2014. And I got him in September of 2014. Late September. But a poke out from Junkrat onto the wave and into Hanzo. Both camps are going to be crashing here. Diablo's Shadow Charge, pretty nice. Concussion Mine misses. Muradin able to Dwarf Toss to safety. Looks like Hogger will be taken down by the Falstad in the top lane. A potential mishappen on a bounce. I'm not 100% sure. We did not get to see it, but either way. Mid lane engagement continues with Diablo Shadow charging the Polymorph onto Muradin, who throws back a Stormbolt into Diablo. The Concussion Mine allows Gaff to back off. Diablo and Muradin just trading blows in the rotation. Diablo is going to go into Shadow Charge build with the Sacrificial Soul at level 4. And Zeratul heads to top lane to just quickly clear out the lane here. And Junkrat mashing a wave onto the fort front gate really quickly. Does go into Boom Pow. Or the Boom Pow at level 4 for that cooldown reduction. So if you hit an enemy hero with Concussion Mine, it reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds to 6. Really, really nice on that one. 2 kills over to the right side of RossPierrDoll. Our first objective phase is up and available. Zeratul in bottom lane, maybe getting... Sorry, not Zeratul. Hogger completely misread the icon right there, but Disciple's able to spin to the left side. Staggering blow will land. Polymorph is going to be good. Falstad turned into a squirrel, but he's going to barrel roll in. Muradin lands the Stormbolt into the right wing. Falstad's the one to go down. Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge. Beautifully done. Barlord getting low. And this is going to be a double kill to the side of RefueledRaccoons as Hogger bounces off the gate into Mac for a bit of damage. You got Dense Blasting Powder level 7. We're not going to be seeing red. So usually we see on the prowl with Hogger's Joggers seeing red, but this is going to be Dense Blasting Powder. Gives you more poke, gives you good siege, gives you good wave clear as well. You've also got Diablo actually picking up Diabolical Momentum at level 7. Not going to be going for a Shadow Charge. Dirty Trickster for the Junkrat I like a ton as well at level 7 here. Since there's a bit of CC between Blaze, Muradin, probably push off from Lucio. You also have your burst damage, which can trigger it, because once Junkrat drops below 50% HP, that is when it activates. So, nice pickup right there from Gaff. Bit of a mixture on his build, but I think it's got a lot of good utility. As Aether's getting chased here, the Zeratul is going to be sticking to him. Lucio with the reverse amp from level 7 is able to slow down the Zeratul and deny the kill, but Diablo then goes in onto the Falstad, who will fall. Thunderclap down from the Muradin. No reverberation, level 4 went into Thunder Burn, so we'll see healing static later on. I just love your cast when you shout out abilities like that. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate that. I work hard on my craft, and I work hard to create a good commentary environment, so thanks for watching and supporting the channel. Means a lot to me, seriously. Junkrat left side will grab this camp. We got 10 Talonteers coming through, so let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. Diablo is going to be full on souls once one minion dies around him, or he lands a Shadow Charge collision into the wall. Augur still pushing bottom, taking out the side walls. Diablo rotating. Bronick might be getting hit with a Shadow Charge. Will, but no collision into the wall. The Firestorm from Diablo will be coming through. His souls are full, but he might be taken down. And that's a little unfortunate as Diablo does hit level 10. Actually, I will say this, he hits level 10 before dying, I believe. So he only consumed 75, so it actually worked out. Meanwhile, Junkrat's mashing this camp and wave into the fort. And these Nullman, my god. The Null Pack camp, there we go, does reduce armor of structures as well. That's why we're seeing the negative 20 constantly proccing, because there's no camp units constantly attacking. Sorry, it's early, we're waking up apparently. Apologies for a couple of the little blunders, but we do have our heroics. We had that Riptire already used, Apocalypse, Blink Heal, Might of the Narazim, and it will be a Shockwave for Hogger. 20 seconds remain on the duration for channel. Hogger just bouncing out of bottom lane. Does get some decent pressure onto the fort here. Mid fort did fall in the end. I'm sorry, Falstad, what? I'm sorry, Falstad, what? On a double boss map, that has to be a misclick. That absolutely has to be a misclick. There's no way you on a double boss map, you're gonna go for hinterlands. Okay. All right, we'll see how it is. I don't think that was an intended click. I really don't. High five, Lucio, Dragon's Arrow for the Hanzo. We've got a Bunker Blaze and Avatar from Muradin. Dragon's Arrow lands. Scatter going out. Jet Propulsion is pretty decent as well. Diablo will fall. The Shockwave will be the answer into the back, or into the enemy team. Potential flank from Zeratul, but no, he's not going to activate any sort of blink in. Concussion Mine will delay right there. Zeratul trying to avoid any of the poke damage. We do have Brightwing able to blink to the side. Concussion Mine will blast the Lucio away. That Hinterlands hits nobody. Also, another good note for that level 4 on the Junkrat. Able to get more of those concussion mines out to poke. Zeratul chases down the Hanzo as he uses the natural agility on the high side of the screen. We do have the Avatar from the Muradin activating Riptire from the Junkrat, trying to chase down the Lucio, but a Stormbolt from Muradin will interrupt that channel on the Riptire as a Reaver camp once again, or Null Pack camp, and mid lane is going to be pushed up. Concussion Mine Blast. That's Blaze to the side, and Diablo's back. He's going for the Jailers. Junkrat in position for the channel. Can you talk about it after the game? I have no idea what you're even talking about. Dragon's Arrow lands onto this Brightwing, and she is unable to back away. 0.7 seconds remains. Zeratul tries to come in and get the delays, but is unable to do so with the wormhole. The Hinterlands is just not a good talent on this map, period. It's a double boss map. You want boss control. You want objective control. Level 20 Wind Tunnel is a game-winning tool on this map. There are so many walls to be able to put people up against. I just don't get why you go Hinterlands. It's got to be a misclick. That's it. That's the conversation. Diablo gets the channel on the left side. We do have him going back in onto the Blaze. A little Fire Stomp from him activates. Shockwave from Hogger is pretty good. The Riptire, so many red health bars are low. Riptire trying to chase down the Falstad, does not get the kill, but the Muradin will fall to the Zeratul. No, that's BM. Especially if they lose. It's very much BM, especially if they lose. Zeratul will head up for top lane boss. Objective is finished out, and once the boss is tagged, they can finish out the objective because objective phasings remove camps from the map. Hogger heads to bottom lane, the rest of the team finishing out boss or top, which will confirm the fort with the objective phasing. Dragon's Arrow misses. Gushmine able to displace the Muradin Junkrat right there. Objective phase plus bosses moving in through top. Keep in mind Hogger in the bottom. If he's able to get that bottom lane keep and this top lane push is successful. Actually, Zeratul splits into mid, so I think they're going to try and just have a decent siege into top lane fort while Zeratul and Hogger are able to split soak or split push into mid and bottom. Try and take down the two keeps for a win condition. Falstad and Blaze are already rotating out. That top lane fort does crumble. Zeratul, he's going to blink away. Falstad is chasing. Zeratul might try and play into that. Doesn't look like it. Objective phase in mid is moving through that health bar. Diablo rotating in as well. Hogger finishes at the bottom. The boss in top lane below 50%. As the mid lane objective is cleared out, the bottom lane keep does go down. High five from Lucio just to make sure Muradin doesn't get hit with any extra CC. No pack camp on the left side is available. The jump repulsion from Blaze is good. The soothing mist from Brightwing comes through. Zeratul jumps in to take down the keep. Diablo is full on souls. Shockwave from Hogger is pretty good here. The Apocalypse will come through. The Dragon's Lair is the answer. The Hinterlands Blast finds nothing again. And that'll be Hogger going down in the end. Diablo Shadow Charge. He finishes out his level 13 devastating charge. Lucio gets picked off. Blaze inside the bunker. He's so very low. So is Muradin, but it looks like there will not be a call to go in for this. Zeratul tries to make some big plays here, but decides not to go in further. Bottom lane boss is available. They could go and grab this. They have 16 talent tier advantage on the side of RefueledRaccoons. RossPierrDoll will be turtled up for the time being, as they don't have their Lucio. Diablo, Zeratul, and Brightwing will grab bottom lane boss. Hogger will respawn, and the question is, will the members of RefueledRaccoons push in with boss to win? I feel like they actually could do it here. It'd be a very fast map number 1. That would be the massive, not even caveat, just the massive note on this would be like a 12.5 minute map approaching core. Like, that's actually kind of wild. Reaver minions also do, I keep calling him Reaver, Null Pack Camp also does reduce the core H shielding as well. Dragon's Arrow fired in from Hanzo lands onto Diablo. There's going to be a Soothing Mist from Brightwing coming through the Riptide from Junkrat. Good Shadow Charge from Diablo lands onto the Blazes. He does get the bunker right afterwards. Zeratul trying to jump to the back line, pressuring onto Hanzo as Aether. This Blaze is getting a little bit low, and Ubi finds the first kill onto the Hanzo. Diablo Apocalypse in such a cluster is so very good. Lucio cannot get the kill onto Zeratul. Blaze and Falstad will fall. The boss is on the core. Barlor will be taken down, and it looks like RefueledRaccoons will take everyone to their favorite Northern European country. Finland is going to be achieved here. Vandar Stormpike is going to cheat their way to victory. The Filthy Alliance will take down the ever-so-amazing Horde. GG, well played. RefueledRaccoons with a 13.5-minute map number 1 for Alterac. Really good play. Yo, make the Nexus great again. Thank you for the tier 1 for 6 months in advance. Thank you so very much for the tier 1 for 6 months in advance. That's really, really nice of you. I think that's literally just 6 months of tier 1. Thanks. That's awesome. Brand new startup subscription and many months of support. That's awesome of you. Thank you, bud. Means a lot. Also, first sub of the day. Yeah, that's a pretty big sub. I have a gut feeling it was a misclick. I have a gut feeling that's a misclick. I don't see a world where Gust is not the better of the two options. And it's not like a lot of team fights were left to the point where RefueledRaccoons were backing away with like slivers of HP and hinterlands could maybe snipe a kill. That was never a case like pre-level 10 and for the vast majority after either. So I maybe you could make an argument like, oh, the enemy team got away with too many low health bars too consistently and it'll confirm kills at a distance. Unfortunately, if that was the thought line, I'm sorry, no. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back. We are here into Dragonshire for map number 2. Alright, so map number 2, RefueledRaccoons on the left side, up in this best of 5 series. They'll be having map choice, as it looks like RossPierrDoll, the losing side, has opted in for first pick priority. And now what will be the secret sauce to get a 1-1 score in the series? Zagara is often I wouldn't even say she's like a special pick for the map. I would just say that this is a map where she is prioritized. One of the few maps. So we'll see if there's a Zagara consideration. Greymane's not too bad in sustained fighting. Tychus isn't too awful either into the Dragonite. Falstad's already been played. Diablo as well. But things like Jahan are still up and available. You've got a lot of healers, a lot of tanks. It's only 10 heroes of the 90. Granted, of course, as we're getting into the draft, there'll be 14 technically banned away since you have the start of the top bans at the top of the screen. Will it be another Johanna? Maiev is up and available. I feel like it's going to be a Maiev ban. I feel like Maiev has just been one of those characters that if a team gets it, it's been really difficult to deal with. And I forgot to start a prediction, so let me get that going right here. Gonna get rid of Garrosh instead. Okay. Well, either way, the gamble works out perfectly because we're in the draft. 10 minutes? 10 minutes. So, Maiev's available. She might be a priority. No, gonna go to Haka. Interesting. Gonna go for the solo lane first. Priority onto the dinosaur for mobility, drag, control, PvP. PvE is pretty good.
The crusade calls.
I like this. Honestly, actually, like, I know I'm hounding on it, but Maiev would be great with this because you go into double control composition. So you have Umbral Bind, you also have Condemn. I think there's a lot of setup with that out the gate, and then you can pretty much pick a ton of different stuff into that. You can go Anduin Light Bomb. I think this is such an S start for the side of RefueledRaccoons. I really do. It's such a really good start for them. It's not mid-ban phase. We still have 2 more picks on the right side. Into the Johanna Maiev. Maybe a consideration for Varian. Maybe like Varian Anduin right here. So you get like charge and then you get a charge into like a taunt with a chastise as well. But no, we'll see a Deckard, a Nubarak with Dahaka. So I'm feeling like RossPierrDoll are going to go for like a dive composition. Maybe this will be dive-based hero ban. Genji's already removed. Alarak is maybe a consideration. I don't know if they have an Alarak player. Alarak would kind of work with this. Alarak actually works with both compositions. Bit of dive, bit of control as well with telekinesis, but it's going to be a Vala to be banned away. Just getting rid of the sustained damage dealer. Also, wow, that was a very fast Sergeant Hammer. That was an extremely fast Sergeant Hammer. All right, wow. Just they know what they don't want to go up against. Got a Rexar. We were casting a bunch of Rexar this week from Heroes Lounge, and there was a player that really likes to go animal husbandry. I doubt Ubi goes that direction, but we'll see. We were doing the math, and it was just like it's not that amazing. Okay, the Malfurion leads me to believe it's going to be some sort of mage for the last pick, because you want the innervate value on a mage typically. So like Jaina, Kael'thas, Mephisto, all are great options with this composition. Gul'dan's not bad either. His sustained poke is really good. I actually really like the idea of a Gul'dan here, because the Horrify is a good displacement tool for bad engagements or to maybe force situations that are good for you. Who talked about Alarak? Who talked about Alarak? Who? It was Bandit. Good job, Bandit. I'm proud of you, bud. Tassadar will be picked up as well. So a little bit of control with the force walls and stuff like that to maybe catch people backing away. Probably an electric fence game with force barrier 20. It actually might be Black Hole at level. The Tracer actually works with the Malfurion as well. I just like the idea of a mage. The sustained damage is pretty good. Nubarak does have Carapace, which would mitigate some of that mage poke. And he could go into Nerubian Armor 1, so I guess it does make more sense for the Tracer. But then again, also you have things to deny some of that burst damage from her Pulse Bomb. Either way, let's go ahead and see what we got going on. Map is ready. Here we go. I know it's a raccoon, but with the gold tooth, it looks like a beaver.
I love my wife.
JGBLT, thank you so very much for the Prime Gaming for 9 months. I appreciate that greatly. What a great time to use it as we get into map number 2. RefueledRaccoons on the left-hand side. Up in this best of 5 series, we have got a Gaff, Tracer, Scorch, Malfurion, Beer, Johanna, Ubi on the Rexar, Disciple on your Maiev, and Misha, of course, played by Misha. Good Murky spray.
4.
Right side of the map is going to be RossPierrDoll. You got Aether on the Dahaka, Sispros on that Alarak, Mac Anubarak, Bronick will be the Tassadar, and Barlor playing the old man Deckard Cain. We'll talk about level 1s in a moment here as we have a bunch of sprays coming out. A good shock ray to start things out, which is going to be stackage for Tassadar. Umbrobind pulling Mac around. Disciple. Ooh, that's going to be a good drag into the bear, and Misha does go down. That does provide sadism for Alarak, mind you. He will go up by 3%, but he's only at 93 as he did go for the extended lightning level 1, which does reduce your base sadism by 10. It can be refunded after getting 3 enemy heroes hit at the center of a single cast of extended lightning. So typically you see the group of enemy heroes, and then you either hit like a minion between or the gate or something. So we'll try and see if Alarak can finish that out. Dahak on top lane, taking a handful of damage from Rexar, and will be forced back to top well. Alarak will rotate back into mid. I love my wife. I love your wife too. I love your wife too. Thanks again for using your Prime here. I really do appreciate it. That's really nice of you. Naish Memento level 1 for Maiev. Gaff is a smart lad with that one. We do have your Bird of Prey for Rexar, which is going to increase the swoop damage by 150% to minions, so a little bit more wave clear on that one. Dahak almost going down to top lane. Ubi on this Rexar doing a phenomenal job at the start. We do have Tracer rounds level 1, Emerald Dreams for your Malfurion, and Zealous Glare Johanna. Enhanced agility for that Dahaka, by the way. Legion of Beetles, Sapphire Deckard. And we got the static charge for your Tassadar. We already talked about the extended lightning. The big thing to mention with the Deckard Cain level 1 is baseline Haraja Cube is 35% slow. This adds in, when applied to a hero or when it hits a hero, another 30%. So you have a 65% slow for that duration, which is often the case, which is often why we see this level 1. I am very partial to the questing talent level 1. But that's my own play, and I don't play at this level, so it's different. Sapphire the better level 1, but Dings are also great. And then Scroll of Stone Curse and things like, yeah. Reducing armor, especially like ARAM times, is so deliciously fun. Alright, so Dragonite was already grabbed by RefueledRaccoons during our love and conversation of Deckard Cain talents. Beta Barbs, it is going to be that negatively charged, so we'll see Lightning Barrage later on for Alarak if we get to that point. It is going to be the Electric Fence. I'm feeling like it's going to be a Force Barrier if we get to level 20 for this Tassadar as well. We'll line onto a Nubrak in bottom lane. Dragonite gets a Savage Charge onto Tassadar. Flame Belch onto the mid lane fort. The gate's already been taken down. Deckard lands... I mean, he's throwing out shapes and stuff to get stacks. Or not stacks, sorry. He's throwing out shapes and stuff to get damage. Sorry. I looked at the Alarak. He's done it 3 minutes and 3 seconds with the extended lightning. That was where my brain was on the next note right there. So at least he gets his 10 sadism back. And he gets all those other rewards as well. Range, slow, and of course that 10%. Alright. Bottom camp will be finished out here. Misha getting pressured. No, Misha, no! The bear will be taken down. No subdone from Johanna right there. I thought she literally had it off the condemn. Shield glare onto the Anubrak. He's trying to wiggle his way out of this one. Alarak does reduce his sadism again, but this time you cannot get that sadism back. Applied force is a permanent 10% reduction. Dahaka flanking in. There's a lot of damage onto the Anubrak. Another 4-person condemn, but no subdone for the Johanna off that punish. Just ever so slightly missing one of the 3, I think. Or one of the 4, sorry. Bronik so low, Mac as well. It is 5v5 in bottom, but no kill.
Shrines awaken once more. Who will wield the Dragon Knight's ancient strength?
Nico, you'll never get an answer, because I never have either. Impale is put down. Just to check the bush, we have Alarak managing wave. 55 stacks for your Tassadar, level 1. 14 on the Alarak as the Pulse Bomb will connect. 96 sadism drop down to 90.
There must always be a Dragon Knight.
And drag from Dahaka, level 7, will be a 1.5 cooldown per auto attack. You do have pinned down from Maiev, 1 of 4 stackage for her. It is going to be Grizzled Fortitude as well on your Rexar Misha. Aspect of Beast as well for the charge cooldown. It is going to be Unleash the Board. We do have your Containment Disc. This can be a Sticky Bomb, Tranquility, Bless Shield. Still 10 talent here, a whole level away on the right side as Tracer has a few autos onto Alarak. Misses the Telekinesis onto her. Spirit of Vengeance goes in. No activation of the teleport. There's going to be a Boars Unleashed by Rexar. The charge comes through from Misha. A few autos just zone this Dahaka back. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Tracer's in position for Dragonite. It looks like we'll see a second Dragonite go over the side of RefueledRaccoons. Though Disciple in bottom, there's 4 enemies hugging, or like floating around. Misses the Burrow charge, misses the Impale, Shock Ray hits. And that's going to be that. Meanwhile, Rexar in the top lane is going to be able to clear out the camp. We have Dragonite moving back into mid lane to try and take down this fort. The allies in bottom lane, bit of skirmishing here, waiting for the wave to crash onto the fort as well. Dragonite down to 40-something%. Gets a Savage Charge onto Alarak as he tried to telekinesis further away. And the fort does go down. Dragonite moves to top lane to help out the Rexar lane. We do have a Cocoon onto the Maiev. Furion takes down the fort. Johanna kind of anchoring, zoning. Spirit of Vengeance. Good containment disc onto Alarak, and that's pretty much going to be the end of the fight. Dragonite and Rexar will confirm fort with the help of a couple Archer minions.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Savage Charge denied by the Burrow of Dahaka. Tracer gets 1 Flame Breath, and then she'll back away. She does have mobility, but just got to be careful of that Alarak silence. and she'll be able to kick him away. The Dragon Knight goes down, she blinks out, and Gaff is fine. Maiev in bottom pushes a wave up onto the Keyfront Gate, and RefueledRaccoons, they have started out this best-of-5 series with determination. We have 3 best-of-5s today. They're all elimination series, so if RossPierrDoll takes a 3 or an 0-3, that'll be the end of their run at this tournament, as that is going to be a subdone. The stay well, and this is from the Decker Kane. The board's unleashed by the Rexar. The counter-strike from the Alarak will be there. We also have Burrow charge in from a new Barak. That will be Maiev. Does not finish pinned down. I'm very surprised by that. The Nexus forces will take her down. Tassadar and Alarak will fall. Isolation, Cocoon, Stay a While, Counter-Strike, and Archon for the Tassadar on those heroics. But my gosh, I expected that fight to go way further for RefueledRaccoons. They are going to be able to get some decent gate damage in the bottom lane. Siege Giants here with a catapult as well. And so they'll open up the gate. The next Dragon Knight should be announced momentarily, so while they're waiting for that, it's going to be a reset for a couple players, grab some camps, and continue to have this experience advantage. I actually am really surprised that pinned down didn't get finished in that scuffle in front of the Keyfront Gate. I really thought she had the arc on that one, but Disciple won't be able to get it.
The shrines are ready for the taking.
Invade onto this top left camp. No one's here, as the bottom camp is going to be grabbed. Now, this is down 13 talent here. Disciple showing in wave. I don't think they'll make the rotation to this in time. Johanna, she's looking to step up. Blessed Shield misses. Containment Disc will find the Anubarak. Tracer steps in. Slow apply. There's going to be a root as well from Deckard and Malfurion. Really nice stay well and listen. Cocoon onto the Tracer as well, but that is the old man being run down. Barlar throws down some healing debuff for the next 4 seconds. Gets a quick potion. The assist pings are there to chase onto the old man. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Tassadar is going to get taken down. The old man is going to get run at by Tracer. Nice charge from Misha, and he gets taken out by Rexar. Top lane, Fort is falling low, but so is the bottom lane keep on the side of RossPierrDoll. Johanna in top, Rexar in bottom, Tracer in mid, Gaff in position for another Dragon Knight. I assume this gets picked up and taken immediately to bottom lane. They have a wing condition through that lane. 10 seconds on Deckard, 5 on your Tassadar, by the way. Fan and Knives getting a few resets onto Anubarak and Alarak. Seems like they're going to just open up mid. Double camp still in bottom lane. Root connects onto this Dahaka. Umbral Bind will be there as well. The Boars are unleashed. The Ancient Blessings from Deckard Kane to try and help out a little bit here. The Savage Charge denied by the Structure Wall. I thought it was already down myself. 130 stacks for your Tassadar, as that will be Dahaka taken down. Misha to be traded. Siege Giants and Wave on the core. Stay on listen, finds the Johanna. A cleanse from Malfurion mitigates that one. 20 seconds on Dahaka, death timer. Tassadar Archon will expire. War shielding was the only thing damaged. Johanna steps up. Pulse Bomb lands on the Tassadar as well. Big Shock Ray coming out as well. Disciple working on the keep. And that'll be the keep taken down. Condemn does pull the back into the loving arms of Johanna, but Shock Razor getting a little sketchy here for Ubi, who starts to back away. Containment Disc, Spirit of Vengeance, some Fan and Knives thrown back for maybe a dismount is needed. But that will be nicely done from RefueledRaccoons. They pick up a second keep through the mid lane. Double win condition. Next Dragon Knight phase is probably I think a minute or so away from announcement, maybe less. Alarak did pick up the Pure Malice, so it's when allies are dying. His max sadism can be increased by 40% from that. His total sadism right now, if my math is correct, is 160, or available. 30% from the baseline, minus 10 from the level 7, and then another 40% from that level 16. As Maiev gets put inside a cocoon, this is a great stay on listen. Force Wall comes out as well. Alarak getting low, back down to 90 sadism. And the old man trying to get a few potions here. Misha gets the charge. Burrow allows Dahaka to back off. That's going to be an Umbra Bind to pull Barlar back. Fan of Knives coming out. It's going to be an Archon activation. Disciple getting chunked here. No level 16 on the right side just yet. They got it when level 16 hits, Bronek is going to have a lot of damage. I'm assuming it's going to be Thermal Lance, which is huge. Misha Bear is going to be dragged. Force Wall is going to be there from Tassadar, and the Bear goes in for a charge, while the allies are going to finish out this camp just below. Condemn into Root. Spirit of Vengeance goes out. Doesn't look like they pressure the Anubrak as the Tracer gets into position for top lane Sunshine. Rexar in position for bottom Moonshine. No one in mid, but Dahak is there to deny any sort of Dragonite channel. And Lightning Barrage, too. We talked about it earlier. Lightning Barrage will be big. Only 29 stacks on the negatively charged, but still, Lightning Barrage, the burst ability is so very high. We'll see what they're able to do. The Boars are unleashed again. The Stay While and Listen. There's going to be a Cocoon. Malfurion's the first one to go down. Dahaka lands a drag just above onto the Maiev. A Spirit of Vengeance gets thrown out. There's a Vault for the Wardens as well. Teleport by the Fort Front Gate and bottom. Misha Bear will be picked off by the Alarak as Dragonite in mid is available, but no one's there to channel. And it looks like Moonshine goes back over to the side of RossPierrDoll, who have found their 16 talent and have found some footing to get a couple kills. Or I guess a kill and a quarter. Uh-oh, Maiev, Spirit of Vengeance. Excuse me, the Vault of the Wardens. I keep mixing those up today. Containment Disc will land onto Tassadar. Rexar Misha in mid lane to deny the Dragonite channel by Dahaka, who's actually going to rotate right into them. Charge from Misha. Does he have the level 30? Oh, he doesn't actually. He doesn't have Aspect of Hawk, which is a really good auto attack talent. Feign Death, but canceled really quickly into a charge, into the Blessed Shield. Alarak, 96 sadism. Counter-Strike gets activated. Sidestep, the board's going to unleash again. And Misha will be traded, but they take down Alarak, resetting whatever sadism available. Deckard Cain is going to try and bonk, but it won't be enough. He's the one to get bonked. This is going to be your Dahaka tunneling around. Malfurion, does he have any sort of way of getting the last little bit of damage onto Aether here? Gaff is going to double back and not get dragged. The auto attacks come through. Maiev chases down Tassadar on the right side. Is this going to be another Finland to wrap up this map? Doesn't look like it. RefueledRaccoons with level 20. Rexar and Misha will go grab the Dragonite in mid. Very important to get that objective, as they're totally lacking in core damage here. GG, well played. The members of RefueledRaccoons lead this best of 5 series in a 2-0. See if they can close it out on the next map. And you heard it right, everybody. We are ready to go into our next map. We're heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Map number 3 in our first best of 5 of the day. And on the left-hand side, it will be the RefueledRaccoons. On the right, it will be RossPierrDoll. Winner of this series will go into the lower bracket semifinal, which will be our third best of 5 of the day. Our upcoming best of 5 after this, which could be the next map, or the next series after this map, will be Rip versus Freedom Exporters. So we'll see how the NA boys do. That is a very rude show ban, just saying. RefueledRaccoons. That hurts me, and I hope you understand that. Chromie will be banned away. It looks like the side of RossPierrDoll opted in for map pick priority, giving RefueledRaccoons first pick, first ban. If you're wondering why they're going that direction, let's go ahead and get your Twitch prediction going right now. What do you think of Donner? It's good. I wish I had it when I was in Germany, but that was the one meal I didn't have. I had so much stuff. I had schnitzel, I had pizza because I wanted to try German pizza, which I was very disappointed by. I think I had a burger at some random like German pub place. I had a burger. I broke my rule of no food I can get in America that I can get when I'm in another country. We got the one place I got that was like I think it's American, was Five Guys, because a bunch of the NA players, like, there was like a scrim day, and a bunch of the NA players were like, we're gonna go get Five Guys, and I'm like, well, I will break my rule to go hang out with people. So that was the only thing I broke my rule for, but everything else I ate, like German restaurants, or I tried to eat in the country. It's the one rule I have. What's up, Bear? How you doing today, bud? But yeah, I didn't get Donner. I'm disappointed in myself. Sylvanas will be banned, Medivh banned, Chromie and Cho. First pick, Garrosh. I don't hate this whatsoever. Garrosh first pick is really, really nice, as you're able to just have a lot of control, threat in the game, in the map, just running at the enemy team. Now, Garrosh often benefits from speed boosting. Lucio was played in map 1, so he can't be played here. But Zarya's up and available. Zarya, sorry, I have like a wee bit of heartburn today, sorry. There we go, I think that's better. But Zarya is a really good pickup with Garrosh because you can get the speed barrier and put that on Garrosh and he just runs at people. And then into the Gul'dan Leoric, actually that's not too bad since Garrosh is very fine with tanking damage as he does have that baseline armor, and then he can also have the barrier from Zarya. Hypercarry Vala, actually, it literally could just be a hypercarry like Vala composition. That would work really well for RefueledRaccoons. They could also look into an Orphea. They do have a really, really, really good Orphea in their repertoire. But it looks like it'll be a Mephisto and Alexstrasza. Zagara. Interesting. Next time you're here, I'll buy you one. I appreciate that, bud. I appreciate that. I will definitely take you up on that. There's the Raven Court. Nothing is set in stone, but Raven Court did a poll on like in 2026 would people like come out to Germany for like a LAN event. I said yes. I would pay for most of my like ticket and stuff to be able to come out to Germany again and cast. Like I would definitely I would definitely come to Germany to cast Heroes of the Storm again, and I would be very happy to pay part of my travel and hotel and stuff. I travel for the food. Crazy that the NA players want Five Guys. No. When I travel, my rule is that I don't eat food I can get in NA. And the NA players, they wanted Five Guys because some people can't eat food outside of their repertoire. Seriously, like, I remember when I went to Spain, there were so many people that went to McDonald's the first day. And the first time I went to Spain, the tour guide, he was like, promise me none of you will eat food you can get in the United States. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a really good challenge. And so that's always been my idea when I leave the country. Like, even when I go to Canada, like, I try and get stuff that I can only get in Canada. I'm distracted by food. What's new? We got a Gul'dan, Leoric, Stitches, Anduin. The mid-ban phase was an ETC Alexstrasza. The Alexstrasza's not a bad ban because the Mephisto can get value from those globes and stuff like that. Zagara with an Orphea. I was not expecting the Orphea with the Mephisto, but they still need a healer, and it's going to be a Rhaegar. So Zagara solo lane, double soak with Garrosh, Mephisto, Orphea. Now, Orphea, yes, she is a mage, but she also has a lot of auto-attack stuff. She literally has an auto-attack build. So we might be seeing that, and then Mephisto going into, like, Skull Missile build. Right side, though, that Gul'dan, Leoric, Stitches, Anduin. So they have good Gorge setup. The Junkrat's already been played, so he can't be picked up. Do they go for... I feel like it's more... I feel like they need some sustained damage, though I don't think they're gonna... Oh, they go Lunara, okay. Lot of damage over time. Lot of DOT with Gul'dan, Lunara, and Stitches. We'll see how this all goes. Twitch Gamble's rolling. Let's get into the game. What's up, Zach? How you doing, bud? Hey, Skullfeet. Good to see you as well. That's bonkers to me, experiencing they call up Bear. I don't question it, man. I don't question it. I'm right there with you, but like you can't change people. So as I say, whenever I leave the country, that's my rule: is I experience the place I'm going's food as best as I can. Like, you know, if everyone wants to go get Five Guys, I'm not gonna sit there and be a thorn in someone's side, being like, oh well. It's like, nah, let's go all hang out. Like even the Sweden boys, like Lauber was there as well. So like it was a bunch. It wasn't just the NA lads either. I'm permanently distracted by food. Aren't we all, Radical? Aren't we all? I see Stitches, I bet Stitches. Sometimes there's comfort too, especially the first day when you're kind of feeling it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see what you mean, but counterpoint, there's so much local, like, I don't know, like Europe has so much good food. I was raised by two Romanians, okay? Well, Romanian, Hungarian. Anyways, I've experienced a lot of European food. I've experienced a lot of European culture. It's like 10 times better than NA food. It's, oh my god. Like, bread in Europe is just, oh, it's so much better. What's up, Setna? I don't know, it's one meal. Yeah, it's one meal, but that one meal could be some random mom and pop place. What is going on?
Prepare yourselves. The battle begins shortly.
What is going on?
Hero flees from battle.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's going on. Well, the Twitch gamble's still going. There was a DC in the lobby, so we're remaking the lobby. And then we will go ahead and jump back in. Because our food is made of food. Wait a minute. Your country doesn't just bluntly poison its populace with, like, high fructose corn syrup and red number 5 and all that other shit? No! Get out of town! That's crazy! My dad and I talk about North American bread all the time. My dad and I get in very, very deep conversations about bread. All right, let's get back into it. Oh, Greek food is amazing. Greek food is so good. I do I will say when I was in Spain, I love the food in Spain. I love that country so much. Alrighty, everybody. We are here ready to go into map number 3 of our first best of 5 of the day. Yes, we still have 2 more best of 5s. And on the right side, trying to take us to that map number 4 and keep things rolling and not get knocked out of this tournament, it's going to be RossPierrDoll. Says Bros will be on your Lunara Aether. Playing the playing Leoric, Mac on the Stitches. Bronick, Gul'dan, and Barlow will be your Anduin. Left side, going to be the RefueledRaccoons with Gaff playing Mephisto. Disciple on the Orpheus. Scorch is your Rhaegar. Ubi on the Zagara, and Birchu or Garrosh. Infest Zagara level 1. We get 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's our 5th spray? That's not the right one. Thanks, Mac, at least. Hook lands on to Disciple. The damage over time is huge. Rhaegar, there's no chain heal available. He used it already. And Orphea goes down to the damage over time from Gul'dan and Lunara. First blood to the members of RossPierrDoll. But yes, it is an Infest Zagara. You've got your Ancestral Strength for the Orphea. Looking at a Unrivaled Strength Garrosh, Colossal Totem on the Rhaegar, and Unyielding Power for the Mephisto. The Skull Miss build as we anticipated. Gul'dan with Echoed Corruption. We got Patchwork Creation for your Stitches, Sentinel Wisp, Even-Handed Blessing, and Oisin's Renewal as Leoric clears out some creep here and there. Lunara rotating down, Ubi getting chunked right here, and another kill to RossPierrDoll as our Twitch gamble closes in 20 seconds, but by the time you hear it, it'll be 8 seconds. I challenge you to get some channel points in. You mean the weird loaves of bread that are pre-sliced and don't go bad forever? They do go bad. They do go bad, but I know what you mean. Yeah, they're very artificial. When my parents come, my dad brings like 4 loaves of bread. My parents will visit me for like 12 days, and it's like 4 loaves of bread, like 3 pounds of cheese, and these are like, oh, so good. Anyways, circling back into the game. Yes, you did hear it right. Infest Zagara level 1. We never see that as Birchu is getting really low. Here is their heal from Rhaegar. The well tap should be enough with the armor available, and that will be no kill onto Garrosh. But still, with the double kill and the camp picked up, it is going to be level 4 faster on the right side. Paralyzing Rage for the Leoric as Disciple goes down. The Chastise connects, and a double kill will go over to the side of RossPierrDoll. Sorry, I had to reread your message twice, Empress, because I had to realize the joke that you were making. Infest is a terrible talent. It is like a quest, but it does not give dings. Awful. You make a strong point. Medusa Blades will be the level 4 for a little extra wave clear. Bronick is going to get an allied friendly hook as Orphea with the backbiter chomps in onto Bronick, trying to get this kill onto Gul'dan, but won't find it, though. Garrosh steps up, gets the toss, Groundbreaker. Mac the Stitches looks to back away. A beautiful cleanse from Scorch right there. Are we serious with that? The timing was just on point. Orphea looks to step up again into this Gul'dan, but gets chunked so heavily. A quick heal from Scorch, a quick heal from the auto attack as well, as that'll be Barlour thrown out of position. Can they take down the Anduin? He throws out a Chastise, no piercing light. Pick up on that stackage as Bronick gets low, the ally hook again, and no kill. Golly, man, RefueledRaccoons have got to be stressed and annoyed with that. They'll rotate to bottom lane. They'll take down Leorc. That's 5, 10, 15... I think we're looking at 17 gems dropped, and then another 3 lost from the wave as well. So it's looking like 20 gems were overall lost in that moment, as Gul'dan does finally go down in the mid lane. Orphea looking for more Shadow Waltz dashes. What joke? Nearby range minions deal additional 125% damage plus an additional 1% per 1,000 siege damage Zagara has dealt, can be toggled on and off. So right now, if you're curious, does it show it to us? Current siege damage bonus 24%. So that is, if my math is correct, that's 49%, right? Because it's plus the 125, I believe is how it is. Alrighty, level 7s are coming through on both. Purification for the Rhaegar, I like a lot. A hook goes out from Stitches. Beertrue getting a little bit low. The drain from Leorc is not going to be enough to take down the main tank, Garrosh, but he does have to Hearth out for full. Both teams have an available turn-in. Leorc in bottom lane, Wraith walking towards the Zagara. She throws back a few Banelings into him. Sentinel Wisp providing rotation vision in this. Mephisto jumps out. The Chastise from Anduin will connect, getting first piercing light stack as the hook goes out from Stitches. No connection on the Scorch. There is going to be a lot of damage onto Aether, the Leorc, but he will not fall. Lunara is going to get hit with a Groundbreaker. Scorch still trying to chase in. That's going to be a displacement onto Mac the Stitches. We do have Scorch getting really low, and it's Rhaegar to fall in this engagement. 5-2 in kills. A hook onto Disciple. A chomp to land. This Orphea may get taken down, and yes, she will. Yeah, England has some very good Indian food. England has... That is... Also, I hear that England has some great breakfast. I'm not a fish and chips guy, but I would definitely try it if I was there. I mean, I feel like that's also like a big staple of their food culture. Zagara, by the way, with Vicious Acid, Baneling slow enemies by 25% for 2.5 seconds. We didn't really talk about that. We do have Heroics, of course, on the right side. It's going to be Gorge, Horrify, Light Bomb, and Tomb. I'm assuming Lunara is Leaping Strike, but it could be Thornwood Vine. It is going to be Thornwood Vine, okay. Red Webweavers will descend on the side of RossPierrDoll, and let's see how that hook, that angle was so good, but just not enough range. Level 13 is going to be a scary moment for RefueledRaccoons as RossPierrDoll push into bottom. I think there's a priority to push into bottom here. Zagara doing her best to poke things out. Level 10 on the left side is going to be Eternal Feet for the Orphea. I'm sorry, that level 10 from Mephisto, we have to be going into the Hysteria level 13 then. As Mephisto, his ultimate will take down Lunara. Consume Soul level 10. We never see it. Orphea dashes out of the Entomb, trying to chase onto the end when the Ancestral will be good onto her as well. Barlour, so very low, gets taken down. Leorc will be taken out by one auto attack if someone gets it. The lunge from Rhaegar will be enough, and he's going to find Lunch in there as well. Scorch getting low. Ally toss over the wall. Now Disciple needs to back away. Sidesteps the hook. The Gorge onto Garrosh. He steps up and eats the Gorge. And the allies, I don't know if they can help out here. I don't know if there's a cleanse, and Beerchew goes down. It is going to be a Nidus Network Cigar, which is a bounty, so if the members of RefueledRaccoons win and they have not done a Nidus Network Cigar, they'll get a bounty ticket for that one. Warlord's Challenge, Eternal Feet, as we mentioned, and the Ancestral Healing. Meanwhile, Mephisto in the top lane getting run at. He's gonna shade forward, but he's probably dead. So he did go into Consume Souls. Channel for 2.5 seconds, revealing all enemy heroes. After the channel completes, all enemies take 572 damage and are slowed by 25% for 2.5 seconds. There's a reset on this at level 20, but I really do hope that Gaff considers the Hysteria with this. The cooldown reduction value, it actually makes this 2 minutes go by like 30 seconds, and yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
My magic is yours.
All right, 13 will be here faster on the right side. We have another Red Web Weaver phase, a hook, a Gorge, and a Leap of Faith. Stitches will get the Rhaegar, goodbye, bud. Scorch is going to try and run out of here, but is taken down. Entomb lands onto Gav. Ally toss saves. Horrify from Gul'dan. The hook misses. Disciple in a handful of trouble here gets taken down as well. Oh, we have a Horrid Skull. Okay. All right. Well. RefueledRaccoons. They have like these weird shining moments and then just not at all. Like they get a couple kills and then they just flounder. Top fort does go down. Webweaver in mid now cleared away. Lunar has the wave pressed onto the keep front gate. Is there a call for boss? What is gem count looking like? Nowhere near a turn-in. 18, 20, 23, something like that. Garrosh, I think, Groundbreaker to check in, see if they were setting up for boss. Gul'dan and Leoric will show in bottom lane. Orphea, Mephisto, Rhaegar all rotating down to bottom. Ubi and Buchu already here. The Garrosh and Zagara start running at the enemy. There's going to be a Leoric Entomb, and Donma was activated. Is there going to be an Ancestral in time? No. That is going to be Garrosh going down. Gorge onto Orphea. Durance of Fate Consume Soul activates. The Ancestral will go onto Disciple to Horrify, pushing Rhaegar up against the wall. Aether gets low and will be taken down. A lot of those gems will be picked up. Mephisto almost takes down Bronek here. They want to jump in and try and take down this. Oh, wait. The Skull Missile is good. Someone's out there like, see, Bahamut, if he didn't have a Horrid Skull, they wouldn't have done that. It's like, okay. That's my response. It's okay. Okay, Zagar with the Hydralisk Transfusion. We'll see Corrosive Saliva soon. Rhaegar does go Earth Shield. We do have the Invasive Miasma as well. Garrosh with the Blood Craze. A hook goes fishing, but no one pulled out of position. 7 to 11 in kills. Our Skull Missile's poking out. Mephisto's already done with that level 1. 29 stacks, by the way, on your Gul'dan as Lunara looks to clear things out in top lane. Does have the Nature's Culling at level 4 for extra clear onto that. Zagara pushes a massive wave into the fort down here. Mid lane, it looks like there's a Gorge onto Orphea. Can she dash away? She gets the Eternal Feast activated. 20 gems will be dropped. That big bundle on the right, that's a really unfortunate moment. I don't think Zagara or anyone can pick those up. And that'll be another hook. Good cleanse from Rhaegar. These are the moments that I was talking about. Like, they have, like, shining moments where they siege in and then single hook Gorge, and it's like, all right, well, blomp. So Nidus Network Zagara, by the way. 16 talents here on both sides. Wait, Mutalisk? What? What is this Zagara build, Ubi? What are we doing here, bud? Reduce the cooldown of Hunter Killer by 4 seconds. Hunter Killer now spawns a Mutalisk. Mutalisk have a bounce attack that lasts for 30 seconds. I feel like you want Corrosive Saliva. It is Earth Grasp Totem. You do have the lightning reaction as well. Seasoned Soldier for the Garrosh, as Zagara is just going to heavy push bottom lane. Hook tries to read that origin location, the Horrify from Gul'dan. There's going to be a Gorge, a Leap of Faith. Light Bomb comes through as well. Garrosh gets the Indomitable activation. There will be a Ancestral onto him. The Eternal Feast consumes Soul, and Leoric goes down. Zagara is still pushing bottom lane, by the way. Lunara has answered into that. Barlora will get taken down in mid. Zagara jumps inside the Nidus Worm. And a good hook onto Orphea. Maybe Lunara can reposition and get out alive. And yes, she will be able to do so. Now, is this boss plus Webweaver? What's the game plan? 62 held of 55 needed. Enemy team has 25 of 60 turned in, held 24. Zagara will tag boss. And a few allies will turn in here. Lunara looks to step up with Thornwood Vines. The hook lands onto Gaff. Looks like boss is going to be leashed for now. Nope, Zagara's still going for it. Dan considering stepping up here, but no Horrify available for 14 seconds. A hook only finding a Roach. George is up. Eternal Feast is going to be able to get one tick. Orphea does go down. Zagara's going for the turn-in. No one's going to be able to delay her out as we do have a Warlord's Challenge and Stitches will fall. Zagara gets the turn-in. Wait, no? Oh, I thought she was all they needed. Looks like it's Gaff. Gaff has got the 10 needed there, but they're going to chase in for more damage, more kills, more pressure. Skull Missiles raining in. Bronick and Aether getting low. Gotta be careful there. Groundbreaker with Mephisto damage will be able to take down Leoric, and now Gaff will go for the turn-in. Or not, just kidding. Prank bro. Left side camp is being worked on. Gul'dan clearing out a little bit of creep. It looks like Garrosh will get the turn-in as there was a double camp call from Zagara and friends. So it'll be Siege Giants to the bottom, Bruisers in mid. It is 19-19, 11-13 in kills. A 2-kill difference favoring the side of RossPierrDoll. Structurally, it is keeps to keeps, and we'll see what this late game looks like. We'll be seeing 20s come up for both sides during this objective phasing. Curious about the Zagara level 20. I assume it's going to be Pack Instincts, but I don't know. Orphea. Oh my god, that hook. I can't believe that hook actually connected. I literally can't believe that connected. That is so unfortunate right there. Mid forward actually goes down. I didn't see that it was still on the map, but it had a sliver. It is going to be that Pack Instinct. You've got the Monster Within, Titanic Might, Farseer's Blessing, and Shade Lord for the swapping there from Mephisto. I like that. I was wondering if he was going to be going into that at level 20 here. The Horrify from Gul'dan activated. We have a Leoric flanking with the Buried Alive level 20 Sentry for the Anduin. Hungry Stitches will be your level 20 for him as well, as Mephisto almost takes down Bronick. A good heal comes out from Anduin, keeping this Gul'dan hardy and healthy as Webweaver Face pushes things up, but with the Orphea dead, not as much achieved. But yeah, Shade Lord, the one thing I wanted to talk about, I didn't mention it throughout the game, but I was hoping we might see it at level 20 because it's a great answer into Stitches. Activate to swap location with Shaded Mephisto and refresh the cooldown, refreshes duration. Also, you get the Shaded Mephisto benefits from all of the level 7s. So you've got the Frost Storm already, you've got the Shade Armor, and then, what's the other one? It's Trickery. I got the Haunt for Gul'dan, Unfair Advantage 16 with the Intensifying Toxin 20 for Lunara. Stitches, Taunted, leapt to safety. There is a Glyph of Faith for Anduin at level 16. Check and see how many stacks he has. He's got 45 seconds on a charge cooldown as the Red Webweavers will descend to the side of RossPierrDoll.
Descend, my daughters. Descend and destroy the blue team.
Gul'dan Echo Corruption's done, has the 16 Ruinous Affliction, Ominous Wraith Row Focus. Gul'dan will find a Nidus Worm point. Orphea poking out, still 19 stacks of 30 on the Mind Devourer level 7. Another hook goes out from Stitches. I think it bonked off the sidewall there, the well. Entomb from Leoric onto the Garrosh as he hugs the far back of the wall. The Eternal Feast from Orphea to answer. The Farseer's Blessing comes out as well. A few heroics spent. Mephisto, heroic, about to come off the cooldown as he jumped into top lane to go clear out the Web Weaver. It does get keep front gate. Bottom lane pushing up a little bit as Aether gets thrown out of position. The hook, that was a helping hand attempt. Unfortunately, will not be able to save that Leoric, and he does go down. Mephisto saves the top lane. And what are we looking at for our gem count? 65 needed on the right side with 16 held. 16 on the left side, 28 turned in, 21 held. No, 23 actually, but still. 23 seconds for Leoric death timer. I think it's just a disengage. I think it's just RossPierrDoll just repositions to safety. Leoric is providing a bit of rotation to the enemy's rotations. As Siege Camp is available for the bottom lane. Bruiser Camp left side's 12 seconds. Boss up in 9 seconds. Garrosh gets a little bit more of a push-up onto bottom lane wave. A hook goes fishing, but no connection onto Gaff there. I thought that was going to be a pull. Lunara Gul'dan will be able to get the top lane pushed out a little bit further. Maybe a fight in mid lane. What's up, Diesel? Hungry Stitches. There will be an Entomb. Ally tossed. Horrify from Gul'dan. 14 seconds on an Ancestral as the Orphea goes down once again. God, there's just so much bully onto Orpheus. Ubi needs to back out of bottom. And this is that. This is maybe boss to the side of RossPierrDoll. Wow. Really unfortunate how much bullying has happened into Disciple here. Is this boss enough to confirm keep? Also, what is Zagara Infest at? Hold on, give me 2 seconds here. Zagara Infest is at 150, no, it's 279%, I believe. Because I think it's whatever you've built up plus the 125. Entomb, Buried Alive, Ancestor Healing will connect. There's going to be a Farseers, and Garrosh gets a 3rd health bar as the top keep will go down. Top keep will fall. Boss confirms that, and it is going to be a slow play for RossPierrDoll as they have 35 of 65 held, none turned in. Boss will get some scratches on the shielding. Mid camp cleared away. Orpheus back. Trying to avoid all those hooks. And Stitches, they've just, it's been a really rough game. A really rough game, especially when you're the one that just consistently gets hooked. It feels so bad. Goodbye, Zagara. I don't see a world where you live. Wait. Nah. Nah. Consume Soul for the Mephisto here. It does damage. Horrify from Gul'dan onto Garrosh as well, reducing the armor. He gets taken down. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to be heading into a map number 4 unless Gaff can make the biggest YouTube play of his life. Jumps back in. Skull Missiles taken down. Are looking to hop their way in. A hook goes out. I do believe through top lane, it's victory here. Leoric's already on core. He's like, we win, dudes. Earth Grasp Totem to slow things down. Scorch getting a little bit low, trying to back away. Orphea trying to make some 1v1 happen over here. The Ancestral splashes over. Disciple gets that little extra bit of slam, a hook. Orphea looking to chase out here. If they defend this, this will be the most insane defense ever. I don't think it's going to happen. The core shielding is, like, still up. Leoric will go down, but Orpheus should fall as well. Good cleanse from Rhaegar. Wait, do they really? There's no way they defend this. Zagar's back. Wait, are you serious? Like a few percent. Oh, my God, Earth Grasp Totem. Earth Grasp Totem. Chomp. Auto. Wait. Heal. What in the what is happening? What is happening in this game? There's a Web Weaver turning, dudes. Mephisto managing top lane. Rhaegar turning in a few. They need 7. Who's got it? I think it's split between a few allies. Mephisto Zagara should have it. Yeah, Mephisto Zagara. Bottom lane camp is being grabbed. Top lane wave continues to be pushed up. So Mephisto has the turn in right here. Gorge onto Garrosh. He's dead. I think this Web Weaver phase doesn't do much. I don't think it's going to do much. A minute 14 on boss, by the way. Running at Rhaegar here. He's going to double back from his path. There's going to be an Entomb, but the allies are not around to get a kill here. He should just be damaged, but not taken down. Or if you're looking to dash in, Gorge down for 33 more seconds. Consume Soul from Mephisto. A hook misses. And the Web Weavers have entered into lanes. 28 seconds on Garrosh Death Timer. If they could take down Lunara, that's actually huge. Lunara does go down. The Horrify from Gul'dan comes out a bit late. Meanwhile, Mac is here. The Rhaegar gets traded. I agree. Mayhem. What an absolutely haphazard, crazy series this has been. Map, actually. He's got Gorge. Slam. Gorge. Leap of Faith. Now Zagara. Is she... How dead is she? Is she dead? Or is she dead?
Metal spiders. Destroy them. Deliver the gems of power to my altar.
My T's getting low. And... Game's getting late. It's boss being looked at here. Garrosh steps up with a Groundbreaker. I don't know why. Indomitable's activated. Oh, probably because they know that Gorge is down, so they can go for this. But Entomb is up. Ally Toss saves. There's going to be a Light Bomb coming through as well. Leorc Wraith walking in. There's going to be a Warlord's Challenge. Leorc is able to chase down the Mephisto Disciple trying to back away as Rhaegar has respawned. Orphea dashing around here, but Orphea should be dead in theory, unless she can get some autos to heal up, but Lunara's going to come in for the flank. Disciple will be taken down. They will trade into Aether here. This is going to be a Horrify from Gul'dan. Garrosh falls, alone Rhaegar to defend, and I think now is when the map will end. Wait, but they could turn in for Web Weavers. Gotta get that mid keep. Earthgrass Totem, Rhaegar jumping in, trying to pressure onto the Gul'dan health bar. Zagara doing the same. Self-cast Ancestral, big damage. Self-cast Ancestral. The Gorge denies the last auto into this Gul'dan, but they're not ending just enough. They're not ending! They're not ending! Another, like, 10%, not even another. Like, about 10% was achieved. I think it went from 98 to 88, but they do have Web Weaver turning.
None can hide from the...
He literally just used Consume Soul to get vision of the enemy team.
I'm going.
There was a very telegraphed rotation into the boss pit. Web Weavers will be summoned in that time. Okay, so it's probably boss and then Hearth out, right? Alright. Boston top lane is going to be doing that over there, but meanwhile Rhaegar and all of them are trying to find a flank. There's going to be Lunara getting a little bit low. They force her and the rest back. Boston top lane is working on keep front gate. Webweaver in mid lane has arrived at the core. That'll be cleared away before it does any damage. Bottom lane Webweaver does nothing but... Actually, no, it does a little bit onto the keep here. They'll lose their keep because it looks like the rotation is maybe onto Stitches. No, they actually saved the keep. I actually didn't think they would have enough clear there. I thought they were leaving and rotating out. Webweavers don't even take down the bottom lane keep. It does get dropped fairly low. Waves get pushed up. What's up, Ninja? How you doing, bud? 28 minutes in. Entomb onto Garrosh. She's dead. The Ancestral comes through. The Eternal Feast is going to be there. Getting many ticks. Orphea does get a lot of value with the monster within level 20. There's going to be pressure onto the Leorc. He's getting so very low, but not being taken down. A hook goes out. Disciple will not be picked off. Meanwhile, Garrosh finds a Groundbreaker onto Stitches. Catapult on core, and these things hurt, but there's a spawning wave, so it's all good. Boston top lane, 3-minute 26. Webweavers 40 of 65 on the left side, 6 of 70 on the right side. Gul'dan getting huge damage into the Garrosh. Leorc with a bit of death timer reduction here. Bottom lane rotation into the camp. Stitches gets a small bundle turned in. Aether, the Leorc has respawned, full 5v5. Gorge up in 2 seconds. And now the disengage because... Oh! I thought Gaff was going to get hooked there. So now what? We are entering into 30 minutes of Tomb the Spider Queen, everybody. Let's cycle through the other numbers because I'm sure you're curious. I'm sure you're curious. Mephisto with literally 250,000 siege... Gul'dan with over 250,000 siege damage. 309,000. A hook onto Garrosh. Gul'dan did burn a bit of his damage, but he's dead here. Horrify comes out in time. Eternal Feast from the Orpheus will be activated. Consumed Soul will come through as well. They're going to try and take down Aether here as well as the Gul'dan. The Leap of Faith will save him. The Ancestral Healing as they chase in further, getting the Gul'dan kill. And they decide to not continue. 1:48 on Boster top lane. Siege Giants, 1:43. We have waves that are need to be cleared out. Gems to be turned in. Getting close to a Webweaver phase here on the side of RefueledRaccoons. 30-plus minute Tomb game. And as a reminder, this is tournament life for the side of RossPierrDoll. If they lose this map, that's it. They're done. There's no other bracket to go through. They're out of the tournament. They take whatever place they get, 5th or something. 4th? I don't know, man. Stitches is right here. Totem will discover him. Garrosh dead for 11. Leorc is about to respawn. And Gaff is dead. Oh, Shade Lord! I thought Gorge was off cooldown. It just came off cooldown. Shade Lord level 20 value right there. Gaff with the big brain. Another hook. Rhaegar's the pole. Entomb will not connect, but it does block. There's going to be a light bomb timed ever so perfectly. Rhaegar does get deleted. There's going to be a double toss. The Eternal Feast from the Orpheus will not find any hits as Leorc is able to Wraith walk away. A hook onto Garrosh this time. Horrify will activate onto him as well. That right there might be the nail in the coffin as Orpheus tries to dash out, trying to take down Bronek, but that will not be working out for them. Gaff jumps in as well with the Mephisto Lightning Novas. Gaff will be taken down as he jumps into the backline once again. A hook will land into Zagara, and that right there is a Finland on our channel, as this is going to be a 31, almost a 32-minute game. Look at those, that catapult damage just chunked into the core. And RossPierrDoll, the brooms are out. We'll see if they can find the dustpans, but the reverse sweep is possible. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta look at my bank account today. Let's see. We are going to Battlefield of Eternity. Boop. Twitch Gamble is available. Here we go, everybody. Map number 4 in this best of 5 series. RefueledRaccoons just need to take victory as they have opted in for first pick priority as the losing side, meaning RossPierrDoll have chosen the map. And it looks like RossPierrDoll, who chose that Tomb of the Spider Queen map last game, they had a really good game plan with their Stitches comp. That pick-pull composition worked out really well, and now we have a series that's continuing. No 3-0 in our first series, and we are on trajectory to max maps today. We're on trajectory to 15 maps. Last Sunday, when we had 3 best of 5s, we had 14 of 15 maps. Last Sunday was an absolute just blast of a day. It was such a good time casting. Hope you all enjoyed those games. But either way, we are here on the Battlefield of Eternity. First band coming out from RefueledRaccoons will be the ETC. As a reminder, the Meta Madness style of draft is applied to this tournament, so heroes that are picked and played are unavailable. So 30 heroes are unavailable as we get into Battlefield draft. So no Hanzo, no Stitches, Rhaegar, Mephisto, Orphea, all of those are gone. But things like Vala, Raynor, Greymane, Tychus, those are all available. Cassie as well. So a lot of really good race potential heroes for this map. Muradin's already been played as well, and he's really good for Battlefield since you do have Sledgehammer level 4. I'm a very big fan of Sledgehammer 4 on this map. You also have things like Mei available if you want to get a blind for your team. Mal'Ganis is up. It's going to be a first pick Li Ming. What do you think about that, Bandit? Or do you have Tasty Paws once again? High good for. Li Ming first pick, really good race potential. Resets are high. You've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 a ton though. We've been playing on Thursday mornings before we do casting. We've been playing a couple hours of Sunderfolk. I really like Sunderfolk. My only boomer complaint is that you have to control it with your phone because it's meant to be like a couch game with friends and stuff. That's my only complaint, just because I prefer not to use my phone as a controller. But Chen, Raynor on the right side, so good sustained damage. You have Disruption, I guess you could call it, with Wandering Keg. Where's Brian to enjoy the Chen game? Next 2 picks, though, with the Li Ming. Anna's available. What's up, Demon? How you doing today, bud? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry if I missed anyone in chat. Good to see all of you. Thanks for being here and supporting the channel and the stream.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Thanks for supporting the hard work I put into casting and commentary to create a fun, environment for all of you. Li Ming, Mal'Ganis, and Sylvanas. So Sylvanas makes it through, as we did have that Hammer Medivh ban on the right, Chromie, ETC on the left. Is there a consideration into an Ana ban? Ana works really well for RefueledRaccoons, unless RossPierrDoll plans to take it. They don't want to deal with the Urel with the Righteous Hammer to bop Chen out of drinking brew, but there's a lot of other solo laners that can do that. I mean, like, first thing that comes to mind immediately is D.Va. D.Va hasn't been played. Oh, Genji was not played, right. He was banned in map 1. What's up, Mitch? Good to see you, bud. Started getting into it after Hooked on Gloom. Yeah, Sunderfolk is really fun. I'm glad to see the one of the
The apocalypse has come.
I got no draft analysis. I got nothing. Realistically, actually, the one thing I will say is to pick up the Ariel here. Granted, Ana is still pretty good with Cho'Gall. Nano boosted Cho'Gall is really good value. Since you're giving them both cooldown reduction and you're buffing both of their spell power output. Double trouble sort of situation. Tyrande. Okay, I like the Tyrande, and the Thrall is actually really smart because you now have percent-based damage with Sylvanas level 1, I assume. You've got Huntress Mark to reduce the armor of Cho'Gall or race down the Immortal faster. You've got Rolling Thunder level 1 for Thrall, as well as the Ancestral Wrath, and you have the Alpha Wolf. There's some really good stuff here. The Ariel is expected. We'll see if it's going to be Crystal Aegis or Resurrection, but either way, Nano Cho'Gall is disgusting. It is indeed. Ana incoming for, yeah, Nano Cho'Gall. I said that last week, and then someone was like, that's not that big of a deal. And I was like, yes, it is. Like, what are you talking about? It's nano-boosted Cho'Gall. It can be absolutely devastating. Can being the big word. Well. Battlefield for map number 2, 3, 4. Gosh, it's hard to talk today. Battlefield map number 4 of our first best of 5 of the day. On the right side, it is going to be Mac and Bronick on the Cho'Gall, Barler on your Ariel, Sisbros on that Raynor, and Aether playing the Chen. Left side of the map will be the RefueledRaccoons, who literally just need to take victory here to punch their ticket into the lower bracket semifinal later today. Disciple Li Ming. Gaff is going to be your Sylvanas, Ubi Thrall, Scorch Tyrande, and Birchu on the Mal'Ganis.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We cannot tarry.
Ooh, first Sentinel of the game does not hit. I think we're going to a map 5. Heroes of the Storm community members having wrong opinions about things? No, get out of town. What? What? No, all of our community's Grandmaster #1. Everyone knows everything and is never wrong. Come on, Twitch chat, you know this. Ubi in the top lane almost gets taken down, 28 HP, as it looks like they will be able to hearth out for full. We do have Cho'Gall in the bottom lane, able to get a Surging Fist out and will not be stunned in place any longer. Level 1s, though, we do have Lunar Blaze for the Tyrande. This is going to be Time to Feed, right? No, Wing Guard. I thought it was Wing Guard, and I was like, nah, no. Time to Feed's the red one, I believe. Aether Walker for Li Ming, Rolling Thunder for the Thrall, and that is going to be your Overwhelming Affliction, the Sylvanas. We do have Colossal Hide for your Cho, looking at the freshest ingredients for Chen. Taskmaster on the Gall, as well as your Searing Light and Exterminator for Raynor, as Barler's getting a little bit low. The Lunar Flare misses. Tyrande's still getting those autos in. The armor debuff was applied, but no kill into Ariel. Oh, dude, Reddit's worse. Reddit is way... I can't even look at Heroes of Storm Reddit anymore. It's just some of the dumbest posts. I can't do it. For my own mental sanity, I just don't. Mal'Ganis is gonna hearth out just above. We do have your top lane being shoved in consistently here from the Raynor Chen. We're all looking to back out. Lands a root onto Raynor. We do have Sylvanas coming in for a flank onto the Raynor, as well as Mal'Ganis into the corridor as well. The Haunting Wave, they're gonna take down the Raynor. They don't care about the Panda Pal. They wanna make the man with gun go away. And who doesn't? Fellclaws come through. First blood picked up. A double kill to the side of RefueledRaccoons.
Yeehaw! What's on your mind, hillbilly?
What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, yeehaw, that's right.
Surging Fist to the side. Fellclaws come through. Arcane Orb will not, but the Lunar Flare does land for a bit of damage. Repeated defense for the Ariel. You do have your Midas Sagaris, Triumvirate. Thrall will go for his root set 4 with the Frostwolf pack. More magic missiles firing in. And we'll see the race here from both sides. Looks like it's going to be a little bit faster on the right. Yes. Faster from RossPierrDoll by about 1,500. Mal'Ganis goes through on the right side, trying to delay things out with some Night Rushes, but he's got to be careful because he might get taken down. There's a lot of available damage from the enemy. Not going into the Immortal and going into Birchu, as that'll be Cho'Gall Surging Fist in. Thrall lands another root. I know nothing like stacking against Cho'Gall counts for double outside of like Stitch's meat. But if Thrall lands a root into Cho'Gall with that level 4, it should count for 2, right? See, that's the kind of stuff you get on the Heroes of Storm subreddit. Like, Zul'jin should double stack against Cho'Gall. It's like, what? Where does that logic come from? Where is the yeehaw from? It's from Con Air. Everyone jokes about Con Air. It is actually a star-studded movie. It is actually a really good movie. It's just got Nicolas Cage with one of the worst Southern accents I've ever heard. Stitches meat. Did I say Stitches? I meant Butcher. Oh, the streamer said the wrong word! You can say everything right but one thing, and that's what chat will get up your ass about. Lunar Flare lands into Stitches right now. There's a Night Rush from Mal'Ganis as well. Sorry, it's not Stitches, Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall is going to be able to throw out a bit of damage, won't be taken down. Surging Fist does go in. Sylvanas will be taken down by the Chen in top lane with the help of Raynor. Looks like that Chen was quite healthy. Lunar Flare lands on Cho'Gall once again. Li Ming still trying to chase in. The root from Thrall lands on your Ariel. Fellclaws from Mal'Ganis are going to be pretty decent, but Barlor will be the one to be taken down. No, you're good, Divine. You're good. It's just... I'm yucking it up for comedy. It's just, it also, that is the case, always. Top fort and bottom fort will be traded. I believe this is the second objective phase of the game. Absolutely. The first one did go over to the side of RossPierrDoll, so we'll see what happens here. Spawning in the north-south positioning. Sylvanas is back. 10 talents here, almost here on both sides. A little bit faster on the left, not by much. Let's cycle through the other numbers so we get an idea of what the damage healing experience looks like so far in this map number 4 of our first best of 5 of the day. And the top bar will show your heroics as they come through. Cho'Gall looking to push into bottom lane a little bit here, but it seems like the priority is going to be on the race from RefueledRaccoons as Raynor looks to step out. Couple auto attacks in. The Flood Claws from Mal'Ganis are pretty decent in Chen. He's going to get a Night Rush activation, pushed back by the Detainment Strike. Cho'Gall leaves the bottom lane forward, just was pushing the wave up. Still looking to chase in onto that Chen, but it's not going to work out. Gaff trying to back away as the Sylvanas is able to do so, and the Immortals go to the defensive sides for the latter half of this Immortal phase. I was actually wondering how you memorize all the different talents and spell names. Practice. This is my job. That's how. Sundering from Thrall comes out as well. Chen getting pushed to the side. The Wandering Keg will get activated. The Crystal Aegis is going to be there, but a Starfall from Tyrande will not be enough. Is there a Sentinel for a snipe? Sentinel comes through, but I think it actually hit onto Cho'Gall because there's a red reticle over his head, not Aether, the Chen. But yeah, practice. Years of passion for this game. And, yeah. It's just that. Carrion Swarm, I thought it was going to get interrupted there, but it won't be the case. We do have that getting a little bit of heal for Mal'Ganis as the Immortal does go down.
The light of the Crystal Arch shines on.
Another Sentinel connecting. All right, Mal'Ganis setting up in the bush over here, out of vision. Get some vision here for the enemy squad as he actually looks to step out immediately. Surging Fist from the Cho'Gall will get activated. Lunar Flare missing. Raynor with a few auto attacks. The Inspire was activated for a moment there. Li Ming Magic Missiles will be firing in as well. Arcane Orb looking for the Triumvirate Reset. I think it finds it. Or no, I think it just hit the structure there. I don't think it actually hit Raynor. Either way, the Immortal will have a Savage Spin. Sundering from Thrall will be coming out. The root is good onto Cho'Gall, but there's going to be a little shove to allow him to back away. Gaff is going to get taken down. Imagine not going Dark Conversion to Cho'Gall. There's a lot of interrupts for Dark Conversion because it's a channel. So, Twilight Hammer, which is a relatively low cooldown, probably top 5 low cooldowns in Heroes of Storm at 15 seconds, is an interrupt. You have Wandering Keg as an interrupt. You have Penetrating Round from Raynor's an interrupt. You have Crystal Aegis from Ariel is an interrupt. So I just think that Carrion Swarm with Seeker Swarm level 20 will be the better opportunity here for Mal'Ganis, as he does get taken down. Arcane Orbs from Li Ming poking in here and there. And Raynor Hyperion will get some siege. Tomato Cannon. How much damage is it dealing into structures? 666. Oh, no, that's Twisted Nether. Well, still very metal. Well, I was like, that's really low for the Yamato Cannon. 1,323 damage into structures. Not too bad on that one.
team has destroyed a fort.
Wouldn't Cho'Gall count for 2 with Tychus' Master Assassin? He might. I know he counts for 2 bundles of meat for Butcher, as we were mentioning earlier, but the whole conversation, like, started with us joking around about, like, Redditors, like, giving patch notes to the game, like, Zul'jin should double stack against Cho'Gall, because Butcher gets double meat. But I do believe Master Assassin, I mean, like, Misha counts for Master Assassin stacks. I would believe that Cho'Gall would count for double. Someone has to go into try mode and try it out.
There is no escaping my justice.
Good Fellclaws come through. Nice Detainment Strike into Lunar Flare. The Sundering from Thrall as well. Cho'Gall does not get to play the game for a few seconds there, as the Fallen Shaman in bottom lane is pushing up. Minion Wave is available on top, but that's really about it, so I don't think the side of RefueledRaccoons are too afraid about that. There's going to be a Night Rush, Fellclaws, Lunar Flare, Starfall as well. Mac and Bronek on this Cho'Gall need to back away as the first half goes easily over to the side of RefueledRaccoon. I believe Cho'Gall has, like, always dropped 2 bundles of meat for Butcher. I think that's been a thing for, like, a long time. If it isn't, then I'm misremembering, but I swear he drops 2. Molten Armor from Cho'Gall activated right there. Quick little denial of damage, or maybe damage over time. We do have Thrall split from the team, the Hyperion from Raynor coming through. We do have a Lunar Flare connecting onto the Cho'Gall. The Fellclaws from Mal'Ganis are pretty good here. The Wandering Keg will not be able to displace the Carrion Swarm, interrupted by a Detainment Strike into the wall. And Li Ming finishes out the Immortal with some poke damage. They lose their Mal'Ganis, some resets from the allies, and objective goes to top.
Brings order to this realm.
Well, you can always boot up Here's the Storm and go to try mode and let me know. you can always do it.
I will cleanse this land. Corruption will spawn.
Oh, Chen bottom. Hello. See if Wandering Keg, not for 5. That flying kick made me really nervous. Cho'Gall did rotate down with the RL as well. Raynor's working on the objective to clear that out in lane. Well, keep front gate almost completely gets taken down here. Raynor will hearth out for full mana. Bottom lane camp is going to be grabbed as well. So camp, they see that the enemy's on the camp. 16 Talontiers there, so you just heard that roll through with the announcer, but not going to be able to rotate fast enough. Night Rush, Magic Missile combo, denied by the Molten Block. Night Rush. Decent burst into the Cho'Gall, but he will not be taken down. Magic Missile's poking out. That Raynor gets really low. Night Rush out of the bush from Mal'Ganis. Leaden Orb, level 16, does have a tiny little stun. Auto attacks onto that eye. Chen with an S to share. I'm just waiting. It's tense. After that Tomb game, man, this entire series got way more intense. Night Rush from Mal'Ganis is active, but he does not go in for any sort of sleep. Our 4th objective, if I'm not mistaken, is up and available here in a moment. It is going to be going to defensive side, since we naturally see the objective spawn on the minimap for the blue team. So, for example, if I were to look at your minimap here, you'll see that the axes swap to shield if I swap vision. So, little tidbit for you when you're watching the games on Battlefield, you always see the blue side race icons, unless you're holding vision, as I was showing. But either way, top lane can't push up onto keep front gate. We have a Fallen Shaman in the bottom. Whoa, sorry, I thought I had one more range of zoom there. Sylvanas on the flank is what I wanted to show really quickly. She'll be discovered. Couple auto attacks land on the Gaff. Is there a Haunting Wave to try and get away? Yes, indeed. Immortals trading imaginary damage. Sylvanas goes to top. Raynor needs to go deal with bottom lane as there's a catapult and a fallen shaman here. And that'll be quickly taken down. It is 4v4, technically 4v3, however you want to, split that. Eye of Kilrog cleared away. Little chain lightning out from the Thrall. Leaden Orb gets a small hit as well as having some heal denial. Sundering from Thrall, trying to jump into the backline to the Ariel, but he's the one taking a lot of damage to Starfall. Tyranda's not. Oh my god, it's going to be enough. They save Ubi. The Thrall root lands onto Chen. The Wandering Keg's available, but he's silenced from the Wailing Air of Sylvanas. She's got a bit of sustained damage. Repeated defense is done. Cho'Gall goes in with the Surging Fist. Gaff with the beautiful Haunting Wave, trying to back away the Felclaws from Mal'Ganis. The Carrion Swarm will get activation, but that's mostly just a disengage, as this Immortal will be raced out, and the first half goes over to the side of RossPierrDoll. You can't in try mode? Really? Today I learned as well. I didn't know that. Alright. Immortal phase number 4, I believe, goes over to the side of RossPierrDoll, who, as I mentioned, are trying to take us to that illustrious map number 5 in this best of 5 series. But here comes Mal'Ganis with a Night Rush into Cho'Gall. The Felclaws miss. There's going to be a activation of his Wing Guard. I'm blanking on the name of it. Necrotic Embrace, that's it. Sylvanas looking to back away. The flying kick from Chen is pretty good. The Wandering Keg is going to split her. Does she have a way to get out of this alive? No Will to Forsaken, by the way. Does have the Haunting Wave to get out. No Windrunner. It is a Vase of Fire if you're wondering how she's getting the movement speed buff here and there. Chen's mounted. Sylvanas gets the movement speed buff. There's still all of this going down over here, but I am enamored with Gaff trying to get away. Steals a couple minions with possession. Gets a couple autos, gets the mount. Chen with the elusive brawler. Goodbye. Bottom lane, the Immortal does not take down the keep. It gets the keep front gate. 20 talent tier looming on the right side for RossPierrDoll. Alrighty. Siege persists in the top lane. We do have Fallen Shaman as well as Impaler coming through. Talent here on the right side. You have the Cthulhu's Gift. You've got Purifying Brew. Raynor's actually going to go into Execute Order. You've got Twisting Nether with the Shifting Nether as well as the Shield of Hope for the Ariel. And Hyperion plus Siege will take down the top lane keep. A win condition set up for RossPierrDoll here. Bottom lane camp will be managed. 20 talents here on the left side. What are we going to get for, let's see, Tyranda's probably going to go, maybe Starfall upgrade? Mal'Ganis is probably going to be Seeker Swarm. It's actually going to be Shooting Star. You'll see Seeker Swarm, Talrash's Elements. You got the Wind Rush, so we got Bolt of the Storm, and then Sylvanas is also going to be Bolt of the Storm for... Okay, mobility for the two of them is not bad. Wind Rush is 10 seconds more than Bolt of the Storm, but it's also Thrall's unique, where it also gives you Wind Fury when you teleport.
Our battle cannot remain here.
Will be discovered. Immortal phase is like a 2,000 difference in damage. Ish. Sylvanas on the right side with a little bit of early siege. Felclaws come in from Mal'Ganis as well. Leaden Orbs try to get a small stun. Cho'Gall picks up a plastic horse. I love this. I love the carrying the horse mount for Cho'Gall as a root goes out from Thrall, trying to find something into Chen right there. Raynor just staying inside that enough to share from Chen. Did go Purifying Brew at level 20 as we mentioned. Nice stun. Aether is going to get chunked here. We do have Cho'Gall jumping in. The Detainment Strike, the Bolt of the Storm, the Sundering as well. Virtue's so very low. The Wandering Keg up against the wall, but Chen's getting a little bit low as well. Needs to be careful here. I think the Immortal, though, will be picked up by RossPierrDoll. Seeker Swarm finds two. Fell Claws. Oh, Mal'Ganis gets deleted. There's going to be Cho'Gall. He will be able to jump inside that Molten block. So killing him gives 2 times 10 at 200. So why would you ever doubt me, chat? Why would you ever doubt me? See? I say a fact and chat's like, Bahamut. That guy knows nothing. I am completely kidding if you're not picking that up. That is going to be Thrall getting deleted. I think we're heading to a map 5, chat. I think we're heading to a map 5, everybody. Sentinel goes out. Charge in as well. Wandering Keg is pretty good. 20 seconds on Mal'Ganis. Chen getting a little bit low, but so is the Tyrande. Wait, Cho'Gall goes down. Li Ming goes to Reset City as Sylvanas is going to have the sustained chase with the Bolt of the Storm. Ariel with a little majestic span. There's going to be a Detainment Strike, the Blink, the Magic Missiles, the Sidestep.
Attack has failed, yet we have not seen the end.
I'm sorry, Gav, how did you... What? That double back from Gav to avoid the Detainment Strike is wild.
Listen and obey.
True, chatters know everything, even though chat didn't know about the Cho'Gall dropping double meat. Except for that part. We're the smartest people always without question. Alright, anyways. Well, this is why you come to my channel. You get to learn something new every day and talk about food. Another 20-plus minute map, as we do have all Keeps taken down the left side. And Keeps on the right. A very low bottom lane, full health top lane. Thrall's going to grab the Impaler camp. Li Ming to help out. Next objective phase should be announced momentarily. I didn't look at when the objective went down, but it should be popping up soon. That, by the way, that whole double meat thing's been in the game for ages. It's almost like it's my job to know things about this game and casting. Thank you, Forget What, for that. All right, 10 seconds on the Immortal, less than that. We have 22 on both sides, 8 to 8 in kills. Consistent catapult pressure in top and bottom. Periodic from the side of RossPierrDoll, or sorry, from RefueledRaccoons, as the Immortal race is going to begin here. And by the way, if you did not know, Huntress Mark, oh, it just went away. I was going to show Huntress Mark does apply to the Immortal, just like varying Colossal Smash. You can actually Colossal Smash the objective and race it down faster. That's why also there used to be a tech where you'd see a lot of Tyrande on this map because of that buff on race, but then a lot of people were just like, but if I just get better race heroes, then I don't need to worry about that. Let-in Orb gets a little bit of damage on Disciple. Some Chain Lightning's going out. Lunar Flare from Tyrande as well. I'm going to pull away the talents. Lunar Blaze is almost done. There's no, like, achievement for finishing out the talent other than getting more damage, but you get that damage as you get the stacks. Kind of like Zul Jin with Headhunter, you get that 2% per kill. Flying Kick in from Chen. Wandering Kick down for 39. There's just a lot of trading blows here between players. Wailing Arrow, actually all heroics but Wandering Keg are available here. 24 on that Keg. Mal'Ganis clears out the eye. Minion wave and top cleared out quickly here. Li Ming on the left side harassed by the Chen. Meanwhile, Thrall jumps onto Barlow. There's going to be a carry and swarm, no activation in time. Crystal Aegis is that onto the Ariel, but the Lunar Flare finds the kill. Li Ming will go down. Can Ubi get a trade? Oh no, Flying Kick from Chen. Gaff on this Sylvanas has to make the most amazing play on the planet, but I think this is going to be a map number 5, everybody. I think we're seeing a map number 5 here, which, hey, I'm not upset about it. My voice may be, but the reverse sweep. The brooms have been found, the dustpans are in hand, and we'll see if RefueledRaccoons will be able to shut that down, or if the floor will be clean from RossPierrDoll. I don't know, man. I'm trying. Cora Falls, GG, well played. No Finland this game, as Gaff will not be taken down at the end. GG, well played. It's a 2-2 score. It's all going to come down to our next map. We're going to find out what that is in a little bit. Except for the part we didn't know we couldn't pick him in try mode. No, see, what you do is you select the Cho'Gall, and then you make Butcher your enemy, and then you die to Butcher, and then you open up the replay file. I don't think they make replay files. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm glad you all got to learn about the double meat drop from Cho'Gall to Butcher that game. And best of all, we get a map number 5. I'm sure RefueledRaccoons are not too happy about that, as they were literally one map away from just going into the lower bracket semifinal in our third best of 5, but that'll not be the case. We're going to get into map number 5. It's all going to come down to that. The winner moves on to that lower bracket semifinal later today. The loser, that's the end of their tournament life. So we're going to go ahead and roll out some ads. If you've got a Prime Gaming available, do consider using it here if you'd like to start a Tier 1 resubscription, or if you would like to just gift subs to help us hit our sub goal. Every little bit helps us out a ton. If you enjoy the casting, the commentary, that is how we sustain that here. It's like that Predator meme. You know, like, you subscribe, I cast. Like, that's what happens. But either way, ads, all that good stuff. Map number 5 in a second. It could be Garden of Terror, Infernal Shrines, or Towers of Doom. God, I hope it's Towers of Doom. Welcome back, everybody. On the left-hand side, you have the RefueledRaccoons. On the right, it'll be RossPierrDoll. It all comes down to Towers of Doom, map number 5 in our first best of 5 of the day. We still have RIP versus Freedom Exporters, and then the winner of this goes up against the winner of that. So we're going to find out who is going to be continuing into the, what is the name for it again? I just looked at it and I forgot immediately. Lower bracket semifinal. What?
Did you know Towers of Doom was named after Muradin's weapon?
No,
Hammer?
I didn't.
Which chat knows everything. Slash.
Sometimes it doesn't like to do emotes. Zig, thank you for the tier 1 for 45 months, nearly 4 years of support. I can't believe it, but thank you so very much for summoning Ken to shout Bison and then fall down a cliff and then shout to his friend Ryu. What a great fighter Ken Masters is. That clip always makes me laugh still. I return, welcome back. You missed the conversation about Cho'Gall having double meat for Butcher when he dies. And chat immediately was like, I've never heard of this. So I have educated chat today. What's new? I remember we were talking about how British food sucks. I just had some pork venison from the barbecue. Ooh. Oh, I mean, someone said that, but I personally said that British food is great because you can get some of the best Indian food of your life in the UK. Because, yeah. Also like pasties, however you want to pronounce it. Those are insane. Like, oh man, dude, British food is great. I'm not a fish guy, but I would try some fish and chips. I hear the breakfast is pretty good. The realest and truest ended to a sub-message. We're going to Baja School. Indeed. All right, so let's get into it. We are on Towers of Doom. 44 heroes are unavailable since there were 40 played on the first 4 maps, and we have Yrel, Uther, Medivh, and Hammer banned away. Genji will be picked up here. Anduin was played earlier on the beginning of the reverse sweep map, the Tomb of the Spider Queen, where there was the Anduin Stitches composition. But Chromie is not being picked up, so we're going to see Chromie plus Varian. The 1-2 punch of this is really scary. Dahaka's already been played. Leoric's already been played. Yrel's been banned away twice. Zul, as someone mentioned in chat, is probably going to be a priority here. There's a consideration for maybe Nazebo in the double soak situation. I doubt it, but maybe. Lot of heroes still up and available. Let's see what we got here for the next 2 picks. It's going to be Whitemane Cassia with the Genji. So they're going to flex their solo lane and main tank. Yeah, but Stark, there's the whole thing in Michigan where pasty and pasty are like, a pasty is also the same thing as a pasty, but it's pronounced weird because, I don't know, people are weird. But yes, pasties do go on your nipples. I legit have 100,000 games in 10 years of playing, and you're still learning. And you're still learning. Yeah, it's spelled with the Y, but it's pronounced with the I. I don't know, man. You're in Michigan? There you go. There you go. Demon knows. Alright. So, Stukov and Tyrael will be banned away. We're getting into the latter half of the draft with the Varian Chromie. Ana's available, like Nano Boosted Chromie's not a bad idea. Morales is up, but I doubt they do that.
I shall do what I must.
Twin Blade Varian? Colossal Smash Varian's not bad, like Power Slide, Colossal Smash, Chromie Damage, bleh. Bro, if it's... No, dude, Ana... Oh, Ana would have been so great, but they already have the white main. I was just thinking, if they go into Lifebinder, like, Biotic Grenade would be such a great Lifebinder denier. Decker's already been played, but they already have the white main. I doubt they're going to double heal on this.
Where will we end up this time?
Arthas... The slow is really nice. The attack speed debuff onto heroes is pretty good, too, with just the Frozen Tempest. I feel like it's going to be a Howling Blast game. Last pick on the right side. I'm assuming this is your solo laner because I'm thinking it's Varian with the core 4 for either Twin or Colossal Smash. I don't think it's a taunt game.
My blades are yours.
Okay. It's like 75% Twin, 25% Colossal Smash. I don't think it's going to be taunt at all. I think it's going to be a Twin game. Because the reason I bring up Twin Blades, it is a bounty. That's the main reason I'm bringing it up. Longboat Raid Vikings is a bounty as well. I doubt that'll be picked up. I think this is going to be a game of... You know, honestly, it could be taunt Varian still. Like, realistically, they could just be going for the literal power slide taunt, blow up Chromie, and just whittle away the enemy. Because that works too. Like, there's so many opportunities. There's so many ways to go about it. Oh, Twitch Gamble. Go, go, go. Final map in this first best of 5 of the day. On the right side, we are going to be seeing the crew of... Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I get the Viking globe tracker thing to work. We do have the crew of the reverse sweep. Dustpans and brooms in hand. We'll see if they can shut things down. RossPierrDoll with Aether, Sonya, Susbros on your ETC. We got a Barlor, Alex Straza, Mac Varian, and a Bronick Chromie. Left side of the map is going to be the crew of RefueledRaccoons looking to shut things down and throw more dirt on the ground. We got Gaff on the Cassia, Disciple, Genji, Birchu playing your Arthas, Scorch on the white main, and Eric, Olaf, and Balog, the Lost Light Vikings, will be played by Ubi. I think I mispronounced. I think Disciple's Genji. I think I swapped the player names there. It is going to be Frost Presence level 1 for the Arthas, Charge Strikes Cassia, Olaf the Stout, Agile Dismount, and White Mane Pity the Frail. Varian will go into Lion's Maw level 1, so maybe it is going to be Taunt. Maybe it's just going to be literally like Charge, Taunt, Power Slide, Chromie Damage, Death. ETC is going to go into your Guitar Hero level 1, Genji. Eric trying to chase onto Sonya. Eric leaves. Genji tries to go for it, misses the Swift Strike, and doesn't get the kill? Okay. I'm very glad Ubi got the Eric to go in for the kill. Oh, man. Oh, man. I didn't even see the Eric coming into the last second. That's too funny. All right. Left side camp's going to be grabbed. Genji jumps over. ETC power slides to safety. Swift strike in as well. Olaf harassing the Sonya in the rotation, and the Fen from Cassie is going to be jumping in here as well, and that'll be Chromie going down. Sonya looking to spin to win, but it's not working out. The camp is going to go over the side of RefueledRaccoons as ETC power slides to safety, but meanwhile, Swift Strike from Genji gets the reset into the Sonya. She literally just respawned. I really hope people clip some of these funny moments. It really does help out the stream a lot. Clips are very important. So if you see something funny, please do clip it. If you're on the Discord, we have a clip channel. Alexstrasza Dragon Queen will be activated, and that's typically the disengage call from the opposing team, and that'll exactly be the case. Frost Presence level 1 for the Arthas. We have the Frozen Waste for the Arthas' level 4. 10 regeneration globes for the Vikings. I do believe that is tracking correctly. 12 stacks on Shuriken Mastery for Genji as the level 4 rotates on the right side. We do have Chromie going into Time Troubles for the armor debuff onto enemies and armor buff to allies. Alexstrasza looking like she's going to be going into full abundance build, or, yeah, full abundance build, circle build, as we've also called it. Thank you, Carol, for clipping. It's seriously, it helps me out a ton. Like, I go back and I can go look at clips, I can feature them, and people can find the stream through silly clips that get a lot of views because Twitch metrics and whatever. Howling Blast goes out. Varian trying to back away. It is a taunt Varian. He taunts immediately. Power Slide from ETC. That's the 1-2 punch we were looking for. As Chromie tries to take down this Arthas, but the heal from Scorch is just going to be enough. Viking on the left gets the first channel. Sonya trying to chase after a Viking, but here's the thing. Disciple's going to jump in. A lot of Shurikens going in. It's going to be a Swift Strike to safety. ETC discovered in the bush. Back over in the middle of the map is where our next objective will be, the RNG location, as it can either be center or bottom. Olaf will go down to the Sonya, but the Genji is still here looking to take down Sonya. Is there a deflect activated? Is there Shurikens? Again? Again! Eric gets the top left. Top right, sorry. Left and rights are hard. They will not go for the 40-0 Dream, but still. Not too bad right there. 41 stacks for the Genji, 45 for the Arthas on his level 4, 7 of the 20 for him. 10 regeneration globes for the Vikings. I feel like it's not tracking correctly. I think something broke. Yeah, they're at 13, so it's not tracking correct. Oh well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll do our best to check on that throughout the game if you are curious. Circle of Life goes down from the Alexstrasza. There's a time trap in the bush as well. Arthas will not be caught by that. Sonya for top lane camp will not be invaded. Genji just clearing out the wave, trying to get this pushed up a little bit faster. Swift Strike through. Nice line damage right there. Allies holding or anchoring in the rotation. Chromie does see that with her level 1 Time Warp's Pursuit. You do have the synergy of Guitar Hero with the Hammer On as well. Varian does pick up Lionheart. I mean, he's going full tank build with Taunt. Intercession from Whitemane level 7 was activated right there, allowing Disciple to back away before fatal damage from the Chromie. As Arthas may have ETC here, the Howling Blast lands, the face melt, he power slides to safety. ETC's fine. A Varian charge goes on to the Arthas, but no follow-up. That laugh right there is a global laugh, and that means the boss is up and available. We are 5 minutes in-game time. In 7 minutes, we will be seeing the center teleport open up, and the forts will go to keep values. Cassia, blind, fend. Almost enough damage to take down Aether. Aether with a few of these not last second, but low life disengages, as we will cycle through the other numbers. We'll see Varian's level 10 when we get back to talents, or we'll just see if he gets protected status when he parries post level 10. Chromie, of course, already has her level 10 at level 8 because trait blah blah blah. It's going to be slowing sands. Gaff is the one caught inside and will be taken down. Eric trying to get the channel. Ubi uninterrupted. Eric's so swift, so brave as ETC power slides through. There's going to be an intercession from the Whitemane. Genji, Swift Strikes at the side. HH, thanks for the follow, bud. Glad you're enjoying the content. Welcome to the community. Spear onto Disciple here. Looks like a Viking goes down in bottom. Disciple taken down again by the Sonya. I don't know, maybe Disciple and Aether have got some history. But it is going to be an 8-point game for RefueledRaccoons. We've got Scarlet Aegis, X-Strike, Play Again, Ball Lightning, and Sindragosa. Wrath of the Berserker, Mosh Pit, Slowing Sands, Lifebinder, and Varian will go into Warbringer, which means he can charge every 4 seconds. Oh, that's a good Sindragosa. Chromie times out. There's going to be a Slowing Sands thrown down on the ground. The ETC Mosh Pit will be activated. Ball Lightning from Cassia will jump from player to player. The X-Strike from Genji activated. Bronik getting so very low, and that will be Chromie going down. Scarlet Aegis was activated as Disciple looks to sustain damage onto Barlor here. Alex Straza, Dragon Queen will expire. She throws down a healing circle. Varian jumps onto Gaff here as Sonya takes down another Viking. Looks like it was in the top lane. No bounties this game. Double objective phase up. Chromie going to respawn in 5 seconds. She'll be here for objective. And we're still waiting for the center teleport to open up and the structure upgrade as well.
The altars have risen.
I don't think Ubi's going to get delayed on the low side of this in time. Yeah. And Ubi has a channel over there as well, so it's going to be straight up fight. They're going to lose 8 more points on their core, and we'll get the white man kill. I don't know if you're really happy about that trade. I'm not too sure about that. Arthas is done with his level 4 Frozen Waste and his Frost Presence level 1, about 7 seconds apart. Bottom left bell tower does go down, and it is a 16-point game, favoring the side of RefueledRaccoons as Genji helps push up the wave a little bit faster. We haven't really looked at the Viking build. Pretty standard build, as we do have the Olaf the Stout into Eric the Swift with spin to win and play it again. No Viking bribery or anything like that. And 13s on both sides. Chromie, of course, got hers faster with that timeout. Bottom lane wave being cleared away. Arthas with the Shattered Armor is a big one right there. Gift of Valkyrie or Gloves of Valkyrie. Slowing Sands from Chromie, ETC Face Melt, little boombox is down on the ground. Arthas Frozen Waste is going to have some sustained damage. Taunt from Varian into the Genji, but it's Varian getting a little bit low here. Good Howling Blast laid out to the enemies as well as it does pierce through and roots everyone along the path. ETC goes in for a Mosh. Is there any sort of interrupt? Ball Lightning from Cassia will go out. White Main's going to be the target. There will be a Lifebinder from the Alex Straza. There's a taunt as well. There's a huge Sindragosa as Varian and Chromie do go down. Disciple will reset. He's going to decide not to, then decide to back away still. Gaff getting really low from the CTC, needs to be careful, and Alex Straza has the last little bit of damage to take down that Cassia. Meanwhile, Sonya in top lane does get another structure, and that'll be a slam to take down the Olaf, or the Balog, sorry. Sapper's making over the bottom wall. Looks like 3 do go over. And a double objective phase, top, left, and right. This could be 12 shots, as Sonya will be taken down by the X-Strike. I'm assuming an Eric to delay. Power Slide finds a little bit. Is there an auto attack? Yes. No.
Your powers will be mine, Gravekeeper, like all the others.
Well, it looks like left side was channeled, right side trade. Another Viking to fall here. Top lane, bell tower being worked on. Mid lane is... bottom lane as well. Mid lane will get converted. I think there's going to be 1 shot from the barrage. I think they get at least 1 shot. Pew? So there's 1. Yeah, that's all they get. Bottom and top do go down. Boss is going to be grabbed here. 16 talents here on the left side, but there's not going to be an invade in time. They need to focus on the structures. They're actually still waiting for this one to convert over. And just like that, a 16-point game goes to a 4-point game. Under the tower shots, Arthas trying to back away. Sindragosa available if they want to throw that out, but I think Birchu is going to look to just hearth out for full. Need to go to the new brewery's 2-year anniversary party. Ooh, nice. Have fun, bud. Sindragosa activation. Slowing Sands, but there's a Howling Blast. Scarlet Aegis, there's also a Mosh Pit from ETC with no interrupt at all. Ball Lightning from Cassia activates. We do have our triple objective phase coming up next. Top bell tower gets picked up by Sonya. Mid lane goes back over to the side of RefueledRaccoons, as this Alex Straza Dragon Queen will be active here. And after this altar phase, our structures are going to be upgrading to keep values because we'll be getting into 12 minutes in-game time. So keep an eye on the left side of your screen if you are curious about that, since there's kind of really nothing going on. This is going to be 15 shots into the enemy core. ETC maybe going to get delayed here. $12 HP. Down to 7, I assume? Yeah, down to 7. Alright, so the towers have all fired. And since the objective phase is over, the structures are going to be converted into keep values when the center teleport opens up. There's a small delay. If there's no objective phasing, it happens at 12 minutes on the dot. But as you're going to see here in just a moment, I think it's like 30 seconds or so. But there you go. You see on the left side, keep. And there's the center teleport opening up as well. Little tidbit for the map. Also, if you didn't know, these pips correlate to what lane is, who holds what lane structure. If you did not know that either. Towers of Doom is just such a cool map. As we have 7 HP on the left side, Sappers will not be making it over the wall. A 9-point game. No. An 11-point game. Math is hard. 11-point game favoring the side of RossPierrDoll. The potential reverse sweep is there. As I'm going to quickly just check the Viking globe stackage. 40 currently for the Viking. Syndragosa in the bottom lane will be activated onto the structure. Lifebinder into ETC as he's going to activate a mosh pit to zone. Gaff is being pushed around. Cassia fends in once again. The ball lightning from her jumps around. The Syndragosa lockdown onto the structure will expire here as the Vikings are going to soak top, mid, and bottom. Sonya rotates in, misses the spear as Genji got hit with a time trap for the armor debuff. Sonya still chasing onto him. Meanwhile, Barlow getting a little bit low. Arthas taken down by the Chromie. Gaff tries to sidestep the damage. Will also fall, but meanwhile, Ubi with the channel. They will lose so many members. They will lose so many members here. But they will get the shots into the enemy core. 7-15, an 8-point game, everybody. Come on, Ubi, you can take down. Take down. Chromie's so low. Chromie is so low. Genji, blind swift strike. He's gonna be late. Oh, no! He dead? Oh, I thought he was dead. All right, level 20s. Oh my god, dude, that timing. If Genji was like not even half a second faster, man. I'm sorry, Zanshin, hello? We'd never see that. It's usually living weapon. Well, not never, but we rarely see Zanshin. It is going to be the Scarlet Crusade. You will see the Fury of the Storm for the Vikings. They each have their own charge. You will see the Absolute Zero. I'm hoping it's Infinite Ball Lightning for Cassia. I really do think there would be tons of value with that. It's not going to be. It's going to be Titan's Revenge. You will see the Ritual of Life for the Alex Straza, Glory to the Alliance, Ignore Pain for Sonya, Torbus ETC, and the very balanced, very totally, Unraveling. Holy, I never noticed that. Yeah. I think a lot of people are like, oh yeah, the center teleport's opening, but literally at the exact same time, they talk about updating the bell towers as well, and you actually see that on the side of the screen. And it does, as you saw, like upgrades to keep values. Eric goes down on the top right of the engagement. Boss is back up. There's a global laugh, as you did hear that. The Cassia will fall as Genji jumps in. Swift strike to safety. Arthas looking to get more value here. It's just not working out. Mosh Pit ETC Torbus finds the Genji. Varian charging in. Whitemane will be falling here as well. Slowly but surely. Scorch will go down. A Viking over here will not be able to... Oh, that's GG's. I can't believe it. They reverse sweep. RefueledRaccoons will fall here in the reverse sweep to RossPierrDoll. GG, well played. We'll see RossPierrDoll later on in our third best of 5, and this is going to be the RefueledRaccoons out of this tournament. That is the end of Murky Cup Season 2 for them. GG, well played. A good attempt, a valiant fight, but on the ultimate end, the Cho'Gall composition won.